Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated.
I would nerk anything with you. I would nerk anything with you. I would nerk anything with you. And I'll probably nerk that. I won't nerk that. Welcome to EGTN, or Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle, and you guys might know us from online on the Twitches as K-Sig. That's me. And then we've got this every time. Gotta go that way.
Every single time.
Every single time. I can remember it's backwards. Over there is Chris, a.k.a. Guyver,
Over
from
here.
Twitches. Guyver UNT01. That's his Twitch handle. We'll give him a little love. So,
That's what she said. Woo!
that's not what she said.
That is what she said. Give him a little love.
Give a little
Give a
love.
little love in his heart.
Watch a little
Well.
Twitch. Give a little love.
Give a little love.
Give bits tonight. So,
Okay, that one was really good.
thank you. That was off the cuff.
So if you've been sticking around with us for these Nerkies, you know that the Nerkie was supposed to be a nerd quickie, but we've been practicing, so we last now.
Yeah. We're doing
we're
nerd
in it for the
push-ups.
long run. Yeah, we can do nerd push-ups, just like Jack Black said.
Yeah. How many can you do now?
I think I'm up to about 6.
Really? I thought it was just
Mhm.
one. Okay.
No.
One's really all you need.
One's all you need, but I think I'm
Yeah.
about up to 6. We've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
So we are on the final episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mhm. It's okay.
It was fine. I
It's
mean,
alright.
if you're really into like awesome action
Yeah.
and great dialogue
Yeah.
and, just everything wrapping up really good, I mean,
Yeah.
sure, I guess it'll work.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
So
It's all right.
Kyle sounds like he got some sleep, so he's going to be good for this.
The only reason I got sleep is I was up until 3 a.m. playing the forest. And
You know how I know you were?
you were watching?
Yes, because I kept waking up because I can't sleep. And I went to Dallas this weekend, go visit my family. And saw them for the first time in like over a year, because of the pandemic. And I don't sleep well anyway. And so I kept getting up, and then I'm like, I wonder if they're still playing. Yep, there's Kyle still playing.
Yep. Yeah. There weren't a lot of people watching, but it
was
was
fun.
the forest. I get into that game. I really, really, really get into that one. So it was a good time.
Well, I saw you guys built like a path with stones and like
Yeah,
all
that's-
sorts of stuff.
That's all props. He's all about the pathing.
Well, and then I saw you kept trying to throw a body on the fire, and I think it was Tiffany kept trying to throw it on the fire, and the fire kept going out.
Yep. Yeah, we had some issues with that.
Yeah.
Burn the bodies.
So
got
I
to.
sure hope you guys are just tuning in to this part.
Burn the bodies.
Burn the bodies. So I drove back from Dallas today, so I'm a little loopy and tired. I hate driving. Kyle loves driving.
I actually do. I don't have a problem with it. I get caught up on some podcasts and some, music and stuff that I want to listen to. I just fire up a playlist and
See,
hit the road.
I was
Jack.
listening to Bluey for about 3.5 hours and not even getting to watch it. So,
I was listening to Blues Traveler.
well, but anyways.
Mhm.
Blues
eh,
Traveler song.
Yeah,
Eh?
just wait, Chris. Just wait. Get yours.
Yeah, probably. So,
Now that we named the 2 Blues Traveler songs that everybody knows. Oh, and then the hook. That's where we get it.
and wait, that's our
Bring in
hook.
the hook. Yep, that's the hook.
because the hook brings you back.
Mhm.
So episode 6, one world, one people. Everything leads to this. All roads lead to 6.
Yep. Such a good wrap up of everything. So we're going to preface again. Preface? Whichever.
Preface.
We're going to start
Preface.
by saying if you haven't watched the show, then there's going to be spoilers.
Mhm.
We'll just say it right now. So if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, and then come back and listen to us, because this was a great, it wrapped everything up
Mhm.
fairly tidy at the end. Like it closed all the arcs, or most of the arcs. There's a
The
few
majority of them.
majority of them. And then kicked off. There's a good kickoff for some new ones. We've seen some transitions of characters into other roles that somebody called a couple weeks ago. So proud of them for
Mhm.
that. Alex, I know you're out there, you're listening. You called it.
Good job, Alex.
Yep. I didn't even think that. Whenever he said that, I was like, probably not. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. So we find out who the power broker is. We find out who our new Captain America is. Spoiler alert, it's Bruce Wayne. We found
It
out.
is Bruce Wayne.
I was
Him
wondering
and-
if when I sent you that message, so I before Chris, I got to watch it before Chris
Yes.
did. And so I texted him a message saying something long, it was really long and drawn out, because I was wanting to see if he's going to get pissed off by reading the first half of the message. Like, he's about to spoil this for me. I was like, I think a lot of people are going to be really upset with Marvel with the direction they went, but I for one am really, really think they made a really good choice with the new Captain America being Bruce Wayne. So,
and I had a response, but when he did that, I was on the road. We stopped. We were going to the bathroom, and my ass forgot to hit send. So Kyle goes, "Did you not like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And I looked. I go, "I didn't hit send."
didn't hit send. That's cool.
So, yep, my bad.
It's
Would it help
fine.
if I said my bad?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Mhm.
So let's jump into this. I would say let's jump right into this, but we're already like 7 minutes in. And we haven't jumped right into it yet. Or I was going to say, or if you're like Adam who listens to this, you haven't seen a single episode of this yet, this show.
Nah,
You
he's just
listen to
living
the
it through
podcast.
us. He's living it through us.
Hey, you know what? We appreciate the loyalty, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So we really do. So with that, I'm hitting play. I'm already at the Marvel screen.
Oh, okay. I'll get caught up to you. Marvel Studios. Okay.
Okay, so hit play. We're at Marvel Studios. It's just a recap. We are at a blurred out. You see lots of police lights, and then there's Carly
Coming into
and
focus.
Stevie Aoki and
Like Paula Poundstone.
Paula Poundstone.
Yeah.
Says the movement is ready. And then you see all these cops walking around.
Not just cops, like heavily armed, geared, like shit hit the fan cops.
Do you think they're actually cops, or do you think they are the GRC?
I think they're GRC.
I think they're GRC. So they're like a branch of military almost, like for the Global Council.
They're probably contracted.
And I just noticed this on this part. You guys need to pay attention to this first bald guy.
The first bald guy?
The guy who they focus in on through the window.
Oh, that guy. That's the big fella.
Yeah.
That's a big son of a bitch.
He dwarfs everyone else.
He's huge. He's freaking huge. Like when they showed him, I didn't catch it there, but like later on in the episode, when you see him again, it's like, hey, he looks like he's pretty big. And then he's like standing next to that van.
Exactly.
And like looking over the top of the van.
So he's a big dude. And
that's a big fella.
Like I said, I just noticed you need to pay attention to this dude. I didn't put 2 and 2 together at this part.
Yeah, he's definitely corn-fed. Big guy.
So you're there, and then someone is in a headset with a microphone. So we can assume there's some sort of pilot or driver. We don't know. Then we go to the title screen, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
We have headsets and microphones. Could be us.
I want to be Pepito.
What?
I don't know. That's my code name, Pepito.
Oh God, that's not what I thought you said.
What do you
Okay.
think I said?
I'm not going to say it. Well, I'll have to go back and edit shit out. So we're in the.
I was going to say, I was just going to hit the Falcon, the Winter Soldier, and Pepito.
Pepito. Okay. You go back and listen to it, you'll catch it. So
okay, I have to. So apparently, I did an unintentionally good one.
Oh no,
It was
maybe.
the first time for everything.
So now we got all the guys geared out. So there's like SWAT. No, there's regular police here because there's SWAT.
Yeah, this is like this is a big mixture.
Yeah, so this is after.
That looks like military too.
Yeah, this was after the conference basically got, or they were getting ready to vote and everything got shut down.
And everything went red.
Yeah, everything turned red, which is, I guess, protocol for like, oh, everything's turned off. Let's make it look eerie and creepy. And you see the room that they were all in to vote. Everything's all glitchy and stuff. And for some reason, like, this is just me, I had, when like things happen in Marvel or in your superhero movies, each big studio or whatever, they kind of have their own feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this one actually didn't. When this was happening and they're in that room, it felt more DC than Marvel to me. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, I could see that. I know what you're talking about. It's
hard to explain.
The ambiance of the room, I guess you could say.
It's like, this looks like something you would see in a Batman movie.
Or, yeah, no, I could see that. I could really see that. Good call.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Just a thing. But I keep forgetting to pause while we ramble.
Well, next thing you know, you have an overview of, looks like maybe, is that the Hudson?
Probably. There's probably some geese.
Geese gullies are over there.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Sully?
Sully.
Then all of a sudden we hear Sam go, "I'm almost there," and you see this blur with this fire, like going like an afterburner. And I remember I got goosebumps at this point. I'm like, he's got a suit back. We knew it looks like Buzz Lightyear, but he got a suit back.
Yeah.
And then you see Bucky walking. Bucky's the eyes on the ground. It's like, they're basically just talking over what's going on.
Yeah. Bucky's not very low key because he's got his sleeve ripped off again for, I guess mobility, cool factor.
What was that? That was like, was it episode 5 when Torres goes, "Hey, you got your sleeve back."
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, Bucky didn't. Yeah, he does. He missing his sleeve again. And Sam goes, "By the way, I called in some backup." And then someone goes, "Excuse me, sir, are you supposed to be here?" And it's like great value John Wick. Is what it is. Like the scene I'm paused on kind of looks a little like Keanu.
I'm getting back. I'm catching up to it here. This Bucky's like everybody else. Like, yeah, we'll let him go by.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, this guy like hits something on his face, and it starts like pixelating, I should say, and then pulls it off, and it's Sharon. Sharon decided to get out of Madripoor.
Went full face off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It could have been like John Travolta.
It was John Travolta. And he told Bucky, "Up your nose with the rubber hose."
He's
like, "Hey Sam, I thought I'd get the band back together." Basically he's just telling Sharon, "You risked a lot coming back here."
Oh, she had her reasons. But I'm still sorting through. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you what I think of the whole thing.
Okay.
Next, we see Carly. Carly's looking up. She goes, "He's here. Do it now." So I guess that they saw Bucky, or do you think she saw Sam?
She saw Sam.
Sam.
And
then all of a sudden they throw like one of those fart bombs in the room.
Yeah, this was the scene this was the part that made me feel DC-ish.
Oh,
it wasn't when they were just
completely.
standing there. It was the This part, yeah.
The fart bomb.
The fart bomb.
I call it the fart bomb because the minute that they throw it, like one of the diplomats, senators, whatever, starts like waving her hand in front of her face.
Oh, gracious.
Oh, gracious. No.
Mercy me, you got the vapors, literally.
She turned into a Southern Belle.
Gracious.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah. She's not mad at him. She won't tell him that she's mad at him. She's just, God bless them. Bless them.
Oh, God, bless their little hearts.
Bless their little hearts. Their little fart bombs.
And then they're all going out just holding their noses. Like, it's not like a gas bomb. That's why I call it a fart bomb. I think it just smelled really bad.
Oh, dart gun. Okay. So,
dart gun?
Wasn't that Despicable Me when he made the fart gun instead of the...
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. You're on point tonight.
I got a little bit of sleep. My caffeine in me too.
Ooh, you should do this more often. So all of a sudden, one of the flag smashers, or according to the missus, the flag burners. I'm like, what? Are we watching the same thing? She goes, the flag smashers. She's, oh yeah, flag smashers.
She's been watching conspiracy videos. She's on the whole wrong.
Actually, she has been. She's been watching a lot of the cult videos about the cults.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how people can follow these people. That'll be another thing, because that'll be one of our episodes too.
That will be a fun thing.
Yeah. So you see him step in front, and then all of a sudden, boom! Here comes Sam, pulling his shield out and throwing it at one swoop, and we get a good close up of the new costume. The wings are red, white, and blue.
I'd like that they did it this way instead of him like that kind of secretive, oh, there's the landing and then there's the silhouette and then the light shines and like, oh, there's a reveal, because that's how they always that's the cliche way to do it. Like, no, he's coming in red, white, and blue and kicking ass. And like that's a great way to reveal it. I liked it. Also has to do with the shield.
When I'm paused here too, this costume is almost 100% comics accurate.
Cool.
Almost. I mean, there's a couple of things that are different, but for the most part, it's almost perfect. And I love the way that this costume looks.
Only thing that looks a little weird to me is what he has under, like around his face and under his goggles. Like it just kind of comes up like halfway up his head, and it's still like open on top. Like I'm trying to figure out how that stays up.
It's like double-sided tape, like for the little crop tops that girls wear to cover their nipples. Yeah, it's double-sided tape.
So they took that technology. Okay,
they did. Either that or it's Wakandans are just really good. Okay, let's talk about that for a sec.
Just sitting around in Wakanda trying to figure out like how are we gonna get this to stay up. Tape.
It's like double-sided tape.
Yep, there.
It holds boobs up.
It holds boobs up. It's going to hold the mask up. We're good.
So
a cowl instead of
Wakanda has become the new Stark Tech.
Yeah.
That's what I think is really cool. It is the new Stark Tech now.
Now that they're going to need a source for high-tech gadgetry. And
right. And they have Shuri.
That's the obvious one. It's a good one.
Since Tony's gone now.
Mm-hmm. Rip. F in chat for Tony Stark.
Yay. And then notice the shield came back and he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this is pretty comic accurate.
Just he looks really cool. I like how the shield just like auto attaches. So he's got the little probably mega
magnetic
thing.
Or something. Yeah. Magnetics. Captain Magnetic.
Mm-hmm. I still got those yawns. Okay. So he starts like barking orders, like he's taking charge of the scene. You get out, ordering people around, and then who do we see when they take the mask off?
Who, the Flag Smasher?
Yeah. I forgot that he had a Flag Smasher mask on. I remember them fighting, but until I went back and watched it.
I don't know. Which one was it?
Batroc, when he had the
Wait, that was Batroc? At the beginning, the one he hit with the shield?
No, the second one. No, he hit the first one with the shield.
Right.
He pulled the mask off and looked, and then the second one kicked him and pulled his own mask off.
Oh, I wasn't to that part. Okay, there I am there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Okay, so Batroc, Nick Jonas kicks him.
Mhm.
Or George St. Pierre.
Yep. Which we know he's there with help from Sharon.
Yep, because Sharon hired him.
Yep. And he told Sharon's aware that the only reason he wants to be there is to kill Sam.
And
like
Sharon's cool with that.
She's like, okay. Pretty good.
Already, Sharon's kind of evil at this point.
Well, yeah.
I don't think she's even chaotic evil anymore. I think it's like almost like lawful evil.
Not lawful, yeah. And see, that's been like the running theme of this show. So every show kind of has its. Well, I say every show. This is only our second one, but this one is you're getting to really see the backstory of why people are doing what they're doing, good or evil or neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You see that with Walker in this. You're not going to agree with everything that he does, but you understand why he's doing what he does. You see that with Sam about why he didn't take it and then why he did take the shield eventually. You're seeing that with the Flag Smashers okay, I don't really agree with maybe their tactics, but their vision is not totally terrible. And now you're seeing it with Sharon. Like she got screwed over.
Mm-hmm. So it's like Colin and I were discussing in the past 5 episodes. They're not making them your traditional bad guys, I don't think.
No.
They're making them like relatable. There's a reason that they're doing what they're doing.
They're a lot deeper. Way better backstory with them.
Way better.
And we talked about that with Justin a while back while we were talking about WandaVision. I think it was Justin that brought it up, said that one thing that he thought DC does better than Marvel is develop the villain's backstory.
Right. Which they did at the time.
They did. And I think now we're really seeing, we started seeing it with Thanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where we really finally started seeing, okay, this is a really good developed backstory for your villain. Now we're seeing all these backstories being developed for obvious villains, potential villains, maybe not villains, and so they must have taken a note from Justin. I think that's what happened.
Yay, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Hughes, you don't have to kiss his ass anymore either. Like semester's almost over.
Okay.
So we're telling you that Hughes, you don't have to kiss Justin's ass anymore.
I want to. Okay.
You want to?
It's fine. No. No, it's fine.
Well, Hughes is in his class.
Mm-hmm.
Hughes, loyal listener, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. And, Sam basically says, Batroc's like, you cost me a lot of money. And he's like, how much can I get for your new bird costume? And Sam just shoots off a baguette and a few French fries.
Mm-hmm. Batroc.
Batroc.
God, our accents are terrible.
Oh, we're awful.
Yeah.
We need like Coda or someone in here who can do accents.
Yeah.
And Batroc goes, the robes don't make the monk, which means what he's saying is the costume doesn't make you a hero.
Yep. Just because you wear the colors doesn't mean you're Captain America.
Nope. And we saw that with Walker.
But the subtitles would disagree.
The subtitles would disagree.
Yep. That's another thing. And we've talked about this before. If you guys don't watch these with subtitles, it's a personal preference for some like me that really can't freaking hear. It's kind of necessary. You catch a lot of stuff. And that's one thing you notice in this episode, that he's no longer Sam or the Falcon, depending on what the scene is. He's now referred to in the subtitles as Captain America. So,
dun, 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 first black Captain America. Well, okay, second black Captain America.
God, I hope he gets his own show.
He may.
That'd be really
Like
cool.
I know there's a petition going around online.
Oh, there is? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, and the way they wrapped everything up with him at the end of this, which we'll get to, I think there's potential for it.
Yeah, no, 100% there is. And then, you know, Sam's telling him, you guys are going to have to do something. Don't let him out of the building. Basically, one thing we forgot to mention is Sam called what Carly's doing. She's not trying to get them all together in the building. She's trying to get them out of the building.
Mhm.
And Sam tells Sharon and Bucky, don't let her out. Whatever you do, don't let her out. And then, I don't know. This is just really cool. What was it Bucky said? He said, oops, here's one of them. And pointed at the guard at the beginning.
Yeah, like he called him out like right away.
So this guard's name is, I think, Ralph Biggums. It's not Ralph Biggums, but that's his name now.
All right, so we got Ralph Biggums.
Ralph Biggums
Mhm.
is walking, and Bucky's like, I'll get the evac, and Carly goes, they're headed down the stairs, and she's talking about all the I guess they're senators,
I guess council members. Council members.
council members.
Because it's the GRC. Yeah, they're council members.
GR. See ya later. No.
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 Okay.
Hold on.
Were you looking for the
Yes.
I had it ready.
Uh-huh.
No, you get
There
your
you
own.
go.
You get your own womp womp.
Yeah, mine's more.
That one sounded
Pathetic.
sadder.
Yeah.
That was a sad trombone.
Nothing
Nothing worse than okay.
nothing worse than your bone being alone.
Nothing worse than a sad tromboner.
Oh, sad tromboners. So over the speaker, they're announcing this is an emergency evacuation. They're all going down the stairs. Like, I don't know how many levels this is. It just kept going.
They went to sub levels. They're in like
Yep.
sub basements.
And then, you know, they're going down, and then there's Ralph Biggums sitting there just telling him to go, go, go.
Mhm.
And you can tell he's up to something. He just looks evil with that evil mustache.
Mhm.
Carly calls someone, and she walks up to Bucky and says, Mr. Barnes, it's Carly. So obviously this lady is part of the Flag Smashers.
They had a lot of people on the inside. A lot of people.
And they kind of address this later too.
Mhm.
Why there is. And then I love this part. So Carly, he goes, Carly, and she's like, aren't you tired of fighting for the wrong side? And he just scoffs. He said, scoffs. I've done this before, kid. I know how it ends. Carly goes, it doesn't matter if I survive this. I'm fighting for something bigger than myself, which is the whole theme of what she's fighting for.
Yeah.
Carly doesn't give a shit what happens to herself.
No, she
For the
is
cause.
she's very selfless. She's a very selfless bad guy.
Mm-hmm. It's, I don't know. Her character was so well done.
Yeah.
Her character was so well done. Next thing you know, she tells him, with all the bodies you've collected, can you say the same? And then he shoots back. You know, don't you think that I've tried, basically? That's all I've ever tried to do, and I've failed twice. What are the 2 times you think he meant?
Or he's failed twice.
Where he's tried to fight for something bigger than himself. Do you think he's referencing the Winter Soldier as his time as the Winter Soldier as one? Because that's something bigger than himself.
Could be.
And then the other time was maybe against Thanos.
That'd be the obvious one, I would think. I bet that's what it is.
You think? Or do you think it was Civil War?
Now it's coming out like he failed a lot.
Bucky was just a failure.
Just a freaking failure. A winner failure.
Well, I mean, look, Io just up, down, down his left arm, and it fell off.
She Konami coded him.
She Konami coded him, and
Mhm.
then his arm fell off.
Mhm.
So sad, Bucky.
Armless Bucky.
He really is sad, armless Bucky right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we're down in the basement or sub level, and Ralph Biggin
Mm-hmm.
just kind of pushes past the other guards. You notice that?
Old Girthquake there, making his way through.
It's Vader time. But oh shit, he is big.
Yeah, that's what
He's
I'm saying.
literally as tall as the door.
That's what I'm saying. Like when he walked up to the back of the van thing, that's when I was like, yeah, that dude's huge.
Okay, so most of the council members came up to like the handle on the door.
Yeah.
From the ground. He's literally standing on the ground, and his head is as tall as the top of the door.
So like this part when they're making him the focus, you see, okay, he's not just bad guy, he's very bad guy.
He's very, very bad guy.
Zangief walking around in body armor. I was like, oh, we're getting ready to get introduced to a new character. That's what I was thinking. Like this guy's going to be something, maybe.
Did you think at the time?
Yeah, I didn't know who it would be, but it's like, oh, this is going to be like a new henchman that's going to be around a little bit, or like well, we'll see.
Well, and then he puts this little thing on the door.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a bomb.
Little spider lock.
Yeah. We don't know what it is at this point. I thought it was a bomb. Unless you knew what it was.
Mm-mm. No, I thought it was a bomb too. It looked very movie bomb-like.
It really did.
Bomb.
And then there's Batroc doing this flip. And honestly, this is a pretty cool fight scene between Batroc and Sam. Or I guess we could say Cap now.
Mm-hmm. Cap. Captain.
And the Cappy.
Mm-hmm. He is the captain now.
So, and then Bucky, the next thing you know, it switches back to Bucky and Carly and says, you think your cause justifies all this death, but in the end, the nightmares won't go away. Mm-hmm. And he tells her, you're going to remember all the ones you killed. And he said, trust me. And you can just see it on his face, how he's tormented by this. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's just,
like, Sam was the one that wanted to stop her with reason originally.
Right.
Everybody else was like, going to lock her ass up or kill her, Zemo.
Right.
But Bucky's, I think this is where he started to realize it, that, Sam was right.
Right. Do you think it's here he realized Sam was right? Or do you think he made up his mind back when he was flirting with Sarah?
I think he's known
to help him.
I think he's known for a while. He just doesn't want to admit it. Like
it finally hit him just smack in the face here at this part when he's talking to Carly.
Yeah. I think
I could go with that. I think it's a valid point. And he basically begs her, don't do this. Don't go down this path. He's saying, I've done this. You don't want to end up like me.
Mm-hmm.
And she just says, if that's how you feel, sit this one out. And he's like, nope, not going to do it. She goes, well, thank you. You took my call. You've been a big help. And then Bucky goes, damn it. He just realized he's been played. It was all a distraction to keep him from going down there.
Yep. I can't believe he fell for it.
I can't either, because he's the Winter Soldier.
He knows when he's being followed. He doesn't know when he's being bamboozled.
Or when a girl's hitting on him.
Oh, I think he knows.
No, he didn't. The coffee shop girl?
I think he knew. I think maybe he has commitment issues.
Maybe it was his Bucky tingle.
Maybe. It's impressive he still gets the Bucky tingle after 100 and something years. Good for him.
It is, without any medicine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe the Wakandans did something else too.
I hope I get a Bucky tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Like 106.
Yeah. Hope anything's tingling at 106.
Tingling
like it's supposed to. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things tingling to make it that far. Stuff that shouldn't be.
Yep. So Bucky gets on a motorcycle, and Sharon's like, basically, what are you doing? He's like, worry about your guy. And then Bucky takes off, and then Sharon gets this little it looks like one of those August locks, self-locking mechanisms for your door. Deadlock, deadbolt.
Mhm.
That's what it looked like to me. And she armed it, and then she sees Ralph Bigham.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then puts her hand almost under his bulletproof vest.
Yeah, she shoved it under there.
Right. And then he gets in, starts the car, and we see Bucky just
Doing cool
burning through
motorcycle
the
shit.
streets. Yeah. Without a helmet.
Without
He
a
should be wearing
helmet.
a helmet.
Yeah. We EGTN does not endorse riding without a helmet. I need to get a helmet. But yeah. So I don't want to say that. You hypocrite.
But now you did. Now it's out in the open.
I got one somewhere.
And next thing you know, you see Sharon walking in the underground. What's it called? Why can't I
Parking
think of the
garage.
name? Parking garage. Thank you. Underground parking garage. And that truck that Ralph Bigham was driving crashed into another car. And then you look, and it looks like there's poo gas in there. It's all green and stinky. It's not stinky. It's stank.
The stank.
It stank. And then you look, and Ralph Bigham's head kind of ducks down, and all his flesh is melting.
Mm-hmm.
Not just his flesh, like everything's melting and caving in. She goes, "Well, that's one down."
Yeah. There goes my theory of cool new character. He made it a whole 8 minutes into the show. That wasn't even full camera time.
Which we knew, when she was in S.H.I.E.L.D., she took people out, but never to this degree.
No.
That we know of.
That we know of. Yeah, she's on a whole nother level now.
Well, she's like, well, that's one down. And he's like, Sam goes, "How did you mention that?" And, Sam's on the defensive this whole fight. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, well, he did. Yeah.
I mean, the whole fight, he's on the defensive. And Sharon says it's mercury vapor, amongst other things. What else? What did she have in that damn thing?
I don't know, maybe some lilac, lavender.
Lavender.
Yeah.
To cover up the poo gas smell.
Peppermint oil. Just a bunch of essential oils is what it is.
Maybe thieves oil is good for colds and stuff.
Yeah. That's really
good for your sinuses. It burns them off.
That's really what she does. She supplies weapons of mass destruction in the evening, sells essential oils during the day.
She goes, "Okay, you want some nukes? All right, hold on. Batroc. Okay, you want some thieves oil? What else?
Clove. Okay.
Lavender.
Yeah.
Well, we can do those.
Well, use some peppermint.
That'll be $64.99.
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping. Oh, yeah, don't forget the shipping.
And make sure you hashtag me when you post your basket receives in the mail.
I'm gonna have an online party later. We're so stupid. Next thing you know,
essential agent oils.
Essential agent oils. Next thing we know, we're in the
Romans
helicopter.
by Power Broker.
We thank you. We'll be here all the week.
The shopper closet. There's paintings and nukes and
essential oils.
Essential oils. Shit.
She might be. Later, she's gonna have a Power Broker, Power Toy couples only party.
Yeah.
So that's once a month.
It's once a month. Yeah, because you can't do them every week.
No.
It overdoes it.
You know.
And keep the wow factor.
You want to make it new.
Don't keep it fresh.
Gross. Oh, so next thing you know, one of the female council people
Mhm.
is, well, it's a couple of them, but it's one that we focus in on. I think she's the one who raised the objection last episode too. She gets into the helicopter and there's one of our boys from the Flag Smashers. Is that
Mhm.
Steve Aoki?
I think it was.
He is the pilot.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, Sharon goes, the chopper's about to take off, and
Mhm.
Sam's still fighting with Batroc, and it takes him like 2 kicks before he even moves Batroc back, if you notice, like
Yeah.
staggers him.
He's multitasking. He's talking with Bucky and fighting at the same time. That's impressive.
It is really impressive. That's the power of their broship.
Yeah. We got
He throws the shield. Oh, God.
yeah. So yeah, we got a good fight scene with the shields flipping. He does the foot stomp, catch the shield, hit Batroc in the face move thing.
That was awesome.
He does the power boosted shield bust attack thing. We're gonna start
Which we
naming
saw
these
last
moves
episode.
ahead of
Yeah.
time because I can't come up. Power blast move shield maneuver thingy attack
The thingy.
version 3.
Version 3.0.
Mhm.
Well, okay, so after this, he staggers him finally, and then he throws the shield out the window, and he goes, au revoir, au revoir.
Later,
revoir.
Frenchie.
Yeah, he's like, bye-bye, Frenchie.
Mhm.
You American pig dog.
American pig dog.
Your mother smelt of elderberries. Mhm.
We're gonna tie that in.
Yeah, I had to. I was looking for a way. So he jumps out the window. I thought this is a really cool scene. Jumps out the window and grabs the shield midair. Okay, now that we've seen this, Sam. Okay, we saw Steve when he fought Batroc in the Winter Soldier. He was the superior fighter.
Mhm.
He had some trouble with him, but he was the superior fighter. Sam is not the superior fighter to Batroc.
No.
Batroc
a
can
badass.
outfight him. Yeah. And he's not a super soldier either.
Mm-mm.
So I think Sam was actually losing this fight.
Yeah. Retreat, regroup.
But he knew that he had to go to the helicopter. Sam was looking at the big picture,
Yeah.
which is very, very Steve-esque, looking at the big picture.
Mhm.
Not like Walker. Walker only looked at what was in front of him. That's what I think.
I think you're right. Walker was, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Do it in order. Take care of what's directly in front of me and complete the mission thing.
Right.
Which was to his detriment.
Among other things.
Oh yeah, and then some other stuff.
And then next thing you know, the helicopter's taking off and Sam comes flying in. Okay. This new suit, I think, is way faster than his original.
You think so?
Yeah. I think it was.
Well, he's got a
It's
little
got
extra
Wakandan
boost.
tech all over it.
Yeah.
The other one was just made by like the US government. And we know Wakanda is like far superior.
And this scene of him chasing the helicopter down the river was really cool. Really well shot. They use the water really well. When he's like dipping the wings in, you see the spray coming off of it. It's a really quick scene, but going back and watching it, like as we pause and go like through this, kind of got to appreciate it a little bit more. Well done. It looked cool. You just see him do some cool stuff.
Oh yeah. So
Steve
when he
Aoki
first
firing a gun out of the window. Also,
that was awesome.
that's something that bothered me with that because he does that several times throughout this whole chase. Chase goes on for a while and he shoots at him, but every time he shoots, so like he holds the gun and then he shoots right, and everybody in the back, every time they're like ah. A few minutes later, go by and he shoots again. Ah! It's like every time they're surprised by it, like he's got the gun out.
He's gonna be shooting.
He's going to be shooting stuff.
So one thing that was really cool that was a throwback to the comics to me was an Easter egg.
Okay.
When Sam first did the dive for the helicopter as they did the, the 90-degree dive.
Mhm.
If you notice, Sam's wings flip up, like in this forward position. They do that in the comics too.
Okay.
And it does it. He does it a couple times in here. It's just really cool, especially when he's holding his arms up.
Yeah.
That was very comics-esque. Comics-esque.
Comic sex.
Comic sex. I love comic sex. It's
It's
almost as good as Muppet sex.
That's fun. What?
What?
Oh,
Anyone?
Waka
No?
Waka? No.
Waka waka? Waka flocka? Alan are having way too much fun with these soundboards. And Kyle's right. I mean, this is just a great chase scene. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, it just shows you how far they've come with the CG. This is something 10 years ago we would have only seen in the movies.
Yeah.
But now this is on our Disney Plus stuff.
Well, and they have to keep the production level high. You can't just like crap out on it just because it's TV shows. If you get called out on it, these guys like us will sort of call you out. The rest of the nerds on the internet freaking tear into them.
Oh God, the fanboys, they're the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
they will let them have it.
And I'm just really glad that Disney they believe in Marvel so much. They're actually sinking the money into this.
Yeah,
because it could be bad.
I mean, I'm trying to think of where the money is in this. It's not just from the Disney Plus subscriptions. I mean, there's merchandising, there's money,
everything.
There's a lot of money there. Or is it the play to keep people vested in Marvel until they can start kicking movies out again? Or
they're making so much money off of Disney Plus right now.
Yeah.
Like if you go look at the stats on Disney Plus, I think it broke even within year. Maybe it was 1.5.
Has it been out that long?
It's it's going to be 3 years coming up.
I didn't think it's been 3 years. Disney Plus was released.
Because we are on year 2 now.
Okay.
Disney Plus release date. I want to say.
I thought it launched late 2019, early 2020.
Plus launch date.
Like it's like November 2019.
November 12th, 2019. It was. So 2020. So we're going into year 2 then.
Yeah. They've already they've already made their money back. Or they're breaking even at least. So
yeah. But they've already announced a price increase on it.
Yeah, I saw that. Sons of bitches.
Hey, I'm good. I paid for 3 years up front. $120, 3 years up front.
Locked it in.
Yep.
Smart man.
And if they do that again, I'm doing it again. They won't.
Yeah, it's just going to keep going up.
Yeah. Because I got to pay for shit like this. But you know what? I'm not afraid to admit it. I got a problem. I got lots of problems, but
first step is admission.
Yeah, it's true. Cool part I thought here. Red Wing, see if anyone's in there has flight training. If you remember, Red Wing got destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, yeah, Red Wing's back. And then this is like Red Wing 2.0.
Yeah.
Different design. Still looks very similar, but different design. And just way, way more high tech than the other one. And here's where Kyle said where Steve Aoki's just firing the gun. Yeah. And they're screaming. I didn't know he had a gun.
They'll do that every time, too. Every time he shoots that gun off. Ah! But yeah, the new Red Wing's cool. Like I said, a little bit of a different design.
Way upgraded.
What database is it connected to? That's the thing I'm wondering about now.
I think it's connected to everything. I think it's connected to the Wakandan database
Okay.
because just how fast it was processing everything, it like brought everything up. So, which the Wakandans have access to like everyone. You know what? That's not Steve Aoki. He's down here with Carly.
Ah.
So we'll call that guy Richard Marks.
Random Flag Smasher number 7.
No, I mean he's been with her since the beginning. We recognize him.
Yeah, but not enough to give him a cool nickname yet.
He could be Richard Marks.
Okay.
Because
Dick Marks in the chopper.
Dick Marks. Because he's just randomly spraying his stuff everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
Yep.
That one stuck.
Yeah, Dick Marks. Okay, so Dick Marks is on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the Flag Smashers walking in the street, and we actually find out the name of one of the female Flag Smashers is Dee Dee. If you look at the subtitles,
Oh,
we've never seen that before.
we got Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. All I can think of is Dexter's Lab. You're
Yeah.
so stupid. Dee Dee, get out of here. Again, we're terrible at voices. Coda, where are you?
We need you.
We need you, Coda. They're talking about how Dick Marks is in the air, and Carly says, worst case, kill the hostages. And all, what is that? 3 of the Flag Smashers that are with her, Dee Dee and Stevie Aoki, and I don't even know who the other one is. She didn't
go
have a name
back.
yet.
I forgot to pause. That one's
She
probably
says,
Dee Dee.
We're supposed to use them to negotiate to stop that vote. And Carly's just kind of like, either way, our message gets out to the world. She's kind of walkered it now.
Yeah, because they were not on board with killing the hostages.
Nope.
At all. That's where she's went full Zemo theory.
Mm-hmm.
He called it. He told him this would happen.
But Sam had that optimism that she could still be redeemed, which is a very, very Steve-like quality.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not even a Steve-like quality. That's a Sam quality.
Mm-hmm.
Sam believes in everyone.
Yep.
Which is what I think is going to make him a great Cap.
I think he's going to do awesome.
So I'm really excited. I'm very, very thrilled they gave Anthony Mackie this opportunity.
He's killing it.
It could have gone either way, like in the comics. Both of them have been Cap.
Mm-hmm.
You can just see the crazy in Carly's eye at this point. And she's like, it doesn't matter if we die. The movement is strong enough to continue on without us. Ends justify the means at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it close up of the Flag Smashers' faces through the chain link fence. And like Steve Aoki's like thinking of his next set. Maybe that was all Steve Aoki's doing. Like the red lights and then the smoke. You think he was setting them up for a set?
Yeah. Then you hear the beat drop.
You hear catch the beat drop. Oh, do it. Loud voice, deep voice.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yep.
Is it that one? I think it's that one.
Catch the beat drop.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it's like that. I'll be doing that next week with you. I told the missus, I go, yeah, Kyle and I talked about how we could be doing this back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, won't people get annoyed? I go, I don't care. It's for our amusement.
Yeah.
As long as we think we're funny, that's all that
This is for
matters.
us thing. The funny
Just like
voices and the sound
podcast.
effects are for us thing.
Well, it's just like the podcast.
Mhm.
We love you all, but we do this for us.
Yeah, we're a couple of selfish assholes.
We
So
because we let the beat drop.
drop. I mean,
Drop.
so
I like his balls.
yeah. Keep forgetting to hit the button. It's even worse when I forget to turn it back off.
And then we do half the episode, and Kyle sounds like he just got kicked in the nuts.
Mhm.
Or he hits the wrong button.
Yeah, that's another button somewhere. I don't think I have it locked in anymore.
So probably saying, hold tight, move fast, one world. And they're all just kind of looking at her. And she goes, one world again. And then someone goes, one people. They're like, one people.
Fine. One people.
One people. And they say it one after the other, but like it's very begrudgingly.
Mhm.
Okay, then we're at the
I don't even want to be a part of this movement anymore. There's that agent lady with the essential oils.
I was well, and then one of them's like, I heard there was a toy party this weekend.
Mhm. Yeah.
Power broker party. Then we're next to the really cool flight chase again. Chase
Yeah.
flight chase.
Flight chasing.
Flight chasing. Going over the water. It's just it was so well done. It really was. And then we see a NYPD copter chasing after him, and
Clip them.
Dick Stain, clips him.
So
He hits him with the tip.
yeah, just the tip.
Just the
And
tip.
Just the tip, and then they get
And
the
they go
warning to
down.
pull up right there.
But you know what? They didn't pull up.
They didn't pull up.
And look what happened. Now they're going down.
Now they're going down, and they're just going to be in the water and just
Moist.
in the water. Now, well, here's what I got out of it. I need more sound bites.
Audience, what do you think of that?
Yeah. We got a little bit. I think it clipped off too.
Damn it.
Son of a bitch. Or canned
look at
laughter.
Damn it.
But yeah, like I thought there's the warning lights and stuff flashing, but like was the readout that said pull up. Like in case you didn't know what to do. They dummy proof the copters.
Why, thank you.
The tip's down. We're losing altitude. Warning lights are going off. Oh, pull up. Oh shit. Okay,
Pull
yeah.
up. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Whew. Good thing they put that on there.
What do we do if we can't pull up? Next thing you know, Sam does this flip in midair and goes after the copter that's going down, and we see Red Wing attached to the window.
Mhm.
Well, it hits the window, and then boom, this cable comes out. And does it grab the guy? It does grab the guy, doesn't it?
I think so. I'm a little bit further ahead to the cool thing when they land on the bridge.
Okay, this part's all. Yeah, it pulls one of the guys out.
Yep.
So apparently the new Red Wing is powerful enough to hold the weight of a man.
Yeah.
This is why I think it's a more powerful suit. Sam pulls the other guy out, goes down. Okay, this is awesome.
Yes.
Sam covers the shields in the middle and the wings go down and kind of, did you notice that they go into the asphalt?
Yeah. Like they dug in.
They dug in.
Made a little Falcon bubble.
And what's awesome about this, those damn wings, where before Walker ripped them off and they were getting hurt all the time, they're strong enough to take an entire helicopter.
Yeah, because they really built up the fragility of those wings leading up to this, the old wings.
They were fragile.
Fragile.
They were fragile. But this, oh my God, like a full helicopter.
Yeah.
Coming down, full force crashing on him.
When Batroc was kicking his ass, why didn't he just do that? Why didn't he just ball up into his little Falcon egg?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mhm.
We need to explore that.
Yeah.
We need to get really drunk and write Marvel. Dear Marvel,
Why
did Sam not use his wings? Also, please bring in the Blue Beetle from DC.
do you think that it could be a mutant?
Why does he yell spoon all the time? Why doesn't Butcher have powers?
Yeah. I wonder if is there a name for what he just did with that, with the wings and the shield? I'm just gonna call it the Falcon egg. Freedom egg, because he's Captain America.
Freedom egg.
That's the Freedom egg.
Or scrambled eggs.
Mhm.
Because you know that thing's got to reverberate from a whole helicopter coming down.
Yeah, it hit. It wasn't just like a ping. Yeah, I mean, he got
But I
full.
like Freedom Egg It's a scrambled egg. Sam comes out like he's like one of the little kids you just swung on the swing, all like in circles for
Mhm.
like 5 minutes.
Like he was hanging on the edge of the merry-go-round, just like from the end. Ah,
It's like that clip. It's like that clip on YouTube of the kids doing that on the merry-go-round so fast. The one kid's hanging on
Mm-hmm.
and goes flying off.
Yeah, I was that kid once, and then I stayed off the merry-go-rounds from then on. This is bullshit.
That was 2 years ago.
It's
He's not allowed at that playground anymore.
took 8 kids to spin that merry-go-round. My fat ass going around in a circle.
But damn it, the force once he got going.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Mhm.
Whoop, whoop.
Ah.
That is forever ingrained in history. Red Wings lifting him down, and you hear the yeah, man, and Sam does this cool standing up, just like nutting up pose, like the wings are out and everyone's cheering, and then he takes off again. And if you look when he takes off, the wings go up again when his arms go up.
Okay, I gotta go back to see that.
You'll see it
Okay.
every time. Now that I
I
pointed
already
it
went
out,
out too
you'll-
far. He's back in the egg. Okay, there we go.
the Freedom Egg.
Oh yeah, yeah. The whoosh.
Yep.
Extra little boost there. It just looks cool.
It does. And
May
like I
not
said,
even be
it's all
functional,
the
but it looks
comics.
awesome.
Next thing you know, you see the Flag Smashers moving some barricades in front of the trucks.
Yeah, very easily.
Very, very easily. Then they
Like they're super
bomb
strong
rush
or
the
something.
trucks. It's like they're super soldiers. Weird. And then one of them pulls a gun on Carly, and they just kind of manhandle these poor guys. They get in the trucks. They didn't kill the guys, though. I kind of thought they would, but then they see Bucky coming up, and Bucky does this cool move.
Yes.
Wheelie, like DMX Rough Rider wheelie front
Mhm.
wheel.
Oh, the timing.
Well, I mean, it's relevant.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I didn't mean in like negative. Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were getting on to me for it. I'm like, no, but it's
No.
it's what it was. That's what I
No,
remember
no,
about
no,
the
it wasn't at
video.
all. I was praising you.
Oh,
Well done, sir.
You know, you're my schmoopy. He takes out whoever that flag smasher was right there. I
Yeah.
don't know who that was. That Carly?
I don't know.
No, maybe that's Dee Dee.
Was it Dee Dee?
I don't know who Dee
There's
Dee is.
Carly.
It's one of the two girls.
There's
No,
Dee Dee.
Carly's still in the truck.
There's 3 girls.
Right.
3 lady folk.
And Bucky's fighting with him. And then next thing you know, one of the flag smashers grabs the gas tank off the motorcycle.
Oh yeah, because she's
Starts
telling like we need diversion. Like give him somebody, basically like give him something to do. Like he'll go rescue these people. And,
Do it. No, not really. But then they light the gas on fire that they pour all over the place on the trucks. And of course they're screaming in. Bucky's trying to get the doors open. He's like, hold on. And we find out that's not actually a bomb that we know of, but it's like a lock, a high-tech lock. It's even keeping Bucky's left arm from pulling the doors open.
Good thing he started with the power arm instead of his offhand like he did fixing the boat.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even recognize that when you said that.
Yeah. I was thinking, why didn't you start with a strong arm?
Because I'm right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, we see this fella with a cap shield. So it kind of looks like the Captain America shield, but you can tell it's a hack job because it's like put together in pieces. You can see where all the welding was.
Yeah.
So the star looked fractured. Do you think this was symbolism? I do.
Yeah, I don't think he did it on purpose.
No, but I mean, do you think Marvel did this on purpose
Oh,
to
yeah.
make it look like this? Because it's like former Cap.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the shield looked pretty good for being scrap metal. And we see Walker coming up and, he's leading with the chin. Let's finish this. And then Carly comes up. I didn't mean to kill your friend. Like, I don't know what to think of her up at this point. Because before she's like, yeah, we're going to kill people. Yeah, killing people's cool. And now she's like, I didn't mean to kill your friend.
She had when she killed him, she had the super oh shit look on her face.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah.
But now she's like, I didn't mean to kill your friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But then she said, I don't like how she worded it.
I don't want to hurt people that don't matter.
Yeah.
That's
like,
just
oh,
dick.
phrasing, Carly.
Because, yeah. And then you can see John just kind of cock his head.
Yeah. He's like, all right.
Well, and then if you notice too, something that was different than when he was Cap, notice all the stubble, the beginnings of a beard.
He had that a little bit towards the end.
Not
but
this
not
bad.
not that long. No.
Mm-mm.
It helps with a chin strap so it doesn't rub your chin raw.
Well, I don't. His is like a triple padded chin strap.
Mhm.
There's like a mattress in there, a small children's mattress made out of soy and essential oils. He said, you don't think Lamar's life mattered? And she's like, I just want the people on that truck. He throws the shield. She kicks it, and then it, bounces and then just kind of goes on the ground.
Yeah.
Kind of wobbles there. It doesn't bounce back like the vibranium shield would.
No. It gets banged up. I think it gets dented up pretty good too.
I think you're right on that. And then Carly just kind of smirks, and then John's going after him. And it's taking all of them to go after John at this point.
Yeah.
Since he's been super soldiered up.
And that's where his effect, because he's a double threat. He's highly trained. He was holding his own pretty decent against him when he was non-supered up.
Right.
With the word. But yeah, now he's juicing.
He's wheezing the juice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a good Bucky picture here. When he's punching the lot, he's angry, sad Bucky.
He's sangry.
He's angry. He's angry. I'm sending you this picture. I think this would be good for the cover.
Okay.
Next thing you know, we see Bucky punching the shit out of that lock with the left arm. And he still can't pull this open, even with it busted open. And then, boom, he finally does pull it open, but he was straining.
Yep.
Like, and do you think that was actually because of that, or do you think that was the heat helping to melt the door?
I think it was just a super strong lock. Because they knew what they were going to be up against. They needed something.
Slow him down.
Mm-hmm. That's probably some of Sharon's tech.
So, okay, so John's taking on all these flag smashers and is taking 3 of them.
Yeah.
Bucky had trouble with the flag smashers in the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because Bucky was trying to give them redemption? He wasn't going all out. Because if you remember, he said there's still a piece of the Winter Soldier in there, and that scares me.
Oh, so you think he's holding back?
I think he was holding back because he doesn't want to unleash the Winter Soldier again. That's my theory. Because, it took me to episode 6 to think about this because, again, Walker's taking on 3 of them. Like, not easily, but 3 of them. Bucky has had years of training.
Yeah. I think Bucky would have been holding back. I can see that. Yeah.
I think so too. Next thing you know, we see them going up against John again. And okay, I see where you're saying it. Yeah, they do dent the shield when they punch it. Oh, hell, it's made out of tinfoil. Yep, there's the big dent. And then John headbutts him. And then they kick him so hard he flips in midair. And then they're on him, just kicking and stomping. And John kind of looks afraid for a second. Then he looks at his Medal of Honor on there and kind of closes his eyes.
So that'll probably come up a lot more. Because I remember when he was building the shield, that was a focus of him, welding that to the inside of the shield.
Right.
So that'll be his little kickoff thing to start kicking more ass, I guess, is to look at his medal.
You think that'll be a running thing?
Yeah.
I
Like,
think so, too.
he looked at the medal.
He's hulking up.
Yeah.
And they go, oh no, they pissed off Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh, he's gonna go for the big boot.
Yeah, brother.
Oh, brother. They're thanking Bucky and they're like, oh, thank you for saving us. He's like, Bucky's not used to this. He's like, you're welcome.
Yeah, he doesn't get thanked a lot.
No. If anything, he's gets told to quit staring.
Blink, Bucky.
Blink, motherfucker. Blink.
What was that? Anyway.
What?
I was trying to think what that line was off of. Blink, motherfucker.
I can't remember.
I
It's
can't
got to
either.
be a Samuel L. Jackson thing.
It sounds like it. I quote it a lot, and I don't even know what it's from. I know I've heard
I
it
don't
somewhere.
remember.
Yeah.
I got to look. Damn it. Now we got to look that up. Next thing you know, one of the flag smashers pulls one of the parking meters, which I don't know if you've ever met a meter maid, but he's going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah, he's gonna get so many tickets.
Like, you're not supposed to, you
Yeah.
can't even put a money in it if it's not yours.
Mm-mm.
So this guy's just a dick. No respect for property.
None at all.
Then Bucky joins the fray and starts beating this guy. Like, I don't think Bucky's holding back at this point.
Mm-mm.
Because he knows what's at stake. And then Carly joins and tries to hit him, and Bucky goes for weapons. And that kick that they did, Bucky, does a flip backwards, basically, a somersault. And the force is so strong, he's trying to grab with his left arm, and it's making sparks on the ground. I'm doing this here on my table out of the camera's view, like you guys can see what I'm doing, or you can do it while you're listening to us, but that's what I'm doing. I'm like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Here, look, watch what I'm doing. You know why? Because I'm stupid.
Just angles.
Yeah, it's angles. Next thing you know, we're back in the helicopter. We see Sam flying next to it, and that one female council person looks at him, and then this Dick Stain starts shooting again, just spraying all over.
I thought it was Dick Mark.
Oh, Dick Mark. Yeah. It is Dick Mark.
Dick Marks.
Dick Marks. It's Dick Marks. I was calling him Dick Stains. That's another guy. That's his brother, who's usually comes later. So Dick Marks is spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
And Sam's having to take cover, which I think is really cool. He's using the shield midair to block the bullets.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. He does have skills. I couldn't tell if he was using his wings at all either. But I'm gonna say the wings are bulletproof.
Well, they're helicopter proof.
So they better as well be bulletproof. Yeah. Next thing you know, that councilwoman's iPhone starts vibrating, and it says, put in your earphones from unknown. So she puts in her iPods, which I'm not sure how she has iPods in her. They were in her prison wallet. They didn't think to search there.
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah. How did he know that she had these?
I don't know. I mean, just assumed?
Well, I don't know. It's one of the great Marvel mysteries. And then next thing you know, he comes at Cap and hits him with the blades. And Cap uses his shield, and I'm going to have a hard time keep calling him Cap. He's always going to be Sam to me.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually, because this is new.
He
he uses the shield and the wings to shield him from the propeller blades. So again, so it can take those wings can take the full force of an entire helicopter falling on them,
Mhm.
and the blades going at high rotation speeds.
Yeah.
These things are
Definitely an
awesome.
upgrade.
Yes. Well, and then he hits these like it looks like an industrial area with these big pipes, knocks them free, and
I thought it was on like a
Sam-
barge.
is it a barge?
I think it was a
thought it was like
barge.
the dock.
Oh, it may have been.
Let me look.
Back to there's Walker fighting and stuff.
Dick
I think I
Mark
went-
hits him.
You went too far.
Yeah, it is a barge. Okay, so it's a barge.
Hoo-ha! I was right.
Hoo-ha! All this stuff starts falling, and I thought initially it was just one. So Sam fell into the water, and one of these huge cement pipes fell. But then they they show the helicopter, and they're looking, and then like 30 more start falling.
Yeah. I thought
That's a lot.
the way those fell and they were sitting in the water and he went in, I thought he was going to come like shooting out of one of the pipes.
One of them, I did too.
Yeah.
But instead, we get a really cool bird's eye view of this blue light in the water starting to move.
Yeah.
And then he shoots out and, does like this spin cycle move to dry off.
He's got underwater thruster abilities.
Notice, like, he's not even wet. His hair isn't wet.
Well, no, he dried off. He did what you said. Like he went really, really fast.
Spin cycle.
Yeah, and he shooshed, and now he's dry. Perfect hair.
Anthony Mackie is a pretty man. So he's talking to the councilwoman, and he says, okay, what we're going to do is going to require perfect timing. When we get to 1, you're going to grab the control. So you're going to count down.
Mhm.
And then she goes 5, and then Red Wing sent out 4, 3, 2, 1. This is such a cool scene. He
Yeah.
launches the shield from his back, catches it in midair. This is all in like one move.
Mhm.
Launches it, catches it with the arms out midair, and then does this flip, to get more momentum. Throws the shield, knocks the door. Does he knock the door off?
I didn't knock it through the door. Go back here.
Well, it bounced off. Okay, let's look. He throws
Yeah,
it.
throws it.
Boom.
Dink. Oh, no, yeah, knocks the door
Yeah, it
off.
knocks the door off. He
it-
catches it, then goes through the very cat move where, with the shield out in front.
Yeah.
Ramming through it. Knocks Dick out of the helicopter.
Yep.
Councilwoman jumps to the helicopter and starts flying that bitch.
Where do
Way
you think
cool move.
he got? Like, where can you practice this? This is his first. This is like day 1 in the suit, right? Like,
Right.
surely he's not down in the bayou.
Well, no, he's known, he's very acrobatic. We've known that.
Yeah.
My guess, he had all these moves in his repertoire to begin with because he was the Falcon.
Yeah, but now
We've
he's
seen
got
him do
shield
some
moves.
kick-ass move. Yeah, that I don't know on the shield because there's no way he could have practiced that in the bayou.
Mm. He's thinking like, oh, this might work.
You think he did that with his nephews?
Probably.
He's like, all right, you pretend you're in a helicopter. Here, sit here.
They're buzzing around the
And I'm gonna
swamp
use my thruster.
in a fan boat, and he's just throwing a Uncle Sam,
And he's
no!
He's kicking them full force. They go,
Yeah.
I love you, Uncle Sam. And
Really
Sarah
did
comes
it
out.
better that
"What?
time.
Yeah, what? You're supposed to hold.
Form's really improving.
Sarah's just looking. She's like, "Do not tell your mother."
She's on the porch watching. It's
Porch watching it.
stupid sons of it. I'm calling Bucky.
I'm calling Bucky.
Text Bucky, what you doing?
How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, there's Walker on the ground, and he kind of does that neck thing again.
Oh, the
Yeah, the little head tilt.
Yeah.
And then he's holding the
Just see a
shield, and
chiropractor, I think.
he really does, because that can't be healthy.
No, He's got something going on there.
Next thing you know, he grabs the shield and he's going. It looks like he's going to decapitate him again, doesn't it? The
Who do
way
you
he's
have
swinging
down?
that shield.
Let's see. There's the helicopter saved. There's the janky shield. Okay, so he's fighting 1, 2. I think he's fighting all the Flag Smasher ladies. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Yep, that's all the ladies. And
you get to look at the inside of that shield, and it is dented to hell.
It's got rivets. It's kind of janky. I mean, better than I could do, but still.
Oh, way better than either of us could do.
Yeah.
I have trouble with those little paper things. You know, pick a color, red, RED. Pick a number, 1, 2.
RED.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You will marry your crush in 17 days. Oh, dang it.
Ah, but I don't even like her.
Oh, I wanted the test answers. So.
That's the answers.
Mhm.
Then you can see that they still haven't gotten the rest of them out of the other van yet. And they're yelling, "Help me, help me." And
They're
this
sitting
is
there cooking.
Carly. Yeah. And then like Carly's rushing to there.
With it being that hot, do you think it's less a van and more an of van?
I think it's a if it was like a convention, would it be a convention van?
Convention
No.
van? No.
No, that didn't work. Yours is way better. A convention. Yes. You win.
Dad joke of the year.
That was dad joke of the year. Props, sir. Carly goes, I don't know if she's going to make sure that they can't get there, but then John goes to block her. Which goes, John doesn't care about the prisoners.
So you think, was she going to get him out?
I don't know what she was going, like this scene actually genuinely confused me. I don't know. I don't know what her end game was, or was she, trying to make it where they couldn't get out? Because she wanted them all dead.
She was willing to kill them all.
But then, like, John's stopping whatever it is. Which,
Woman help,
John's
somebody help.
He's not going to help them at all.
No, he wasn't going that way. She was going. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. You guys tell us what you think, listeners.
I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're fighting, and John's basically just strong arming her.
Yeah.
Like just keeps walking. And he's going for blood. He's going for haymakers. And Carly runs away.
Get some good parkour moves on him, sliding under poles, spinning around, kicking. But he's relentless with it.
Yeah.
Like he's pissed.
He is pissed. And Carly moves.
She should have said that Lamar didn't matter.
No.
So.
Well, and then she outmaneuvers him and escapes and drives away in the van.
Yeah.
And when I say she drives away, then she jumps out and drives it off of a cliff onto a construction site.
Yeah. Not the best getaway.
No.
But a good distraction.
A good distraction. Terrible getaway. And, of course, the girders are buckling. The I-beams are buckling. John just kind of looks, and he's looking at Carly. You can tell he's torn. And then he does that eye blink, and that head did, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
He looks down, and then I'm glad that this is what he decided to do, because it shows he's not without redemption. He sucks, but he's not without redemption. And the shield fell down and literally just fell apart at that point. And he's holding up this armored truck.
Mm-hmm. Did Bucky see him prior? Yep. Okay, I was making sure. Okay, because I thought Bucky looked confused when he saw the shield fall. Like, what the? It's broke. No. Okay.
So then he's fighting off the flag smashers with one arm at this point. Mm-hmm. They're jumping up. It's like Carly and looks like Steve Aoki, and they finally get Walker off of there. And, they all fall down, and Walker's hurt at this point because he lands ungracefully. The rest of them land fine.
Yeah, Walker
van
did not do the
basically-
superhero landing. He just kind
No.
of. If you go back and watch it, because it happens really quick, but if you kind of replay it a couple of times, it gets really
Right.
funny because he just face plants. Like
Does he really? Let me look.
you
So
just
Harley
see him.
jumps on him.
He just eats shit. Is what happened.
Oh shit! Yeah,
He
his
just
back hit
fall-
that, and he does.
Yeah, just face down into the dirt.
He is not a graceful swan.
Mm-mm. No, he's no Falcon. That's for sure.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the van starts falling.
Hmm.
But we go, it does a reach around to the front of the van.
Yep, the old van reach around.
The old van reach around. It's a courtesy reach around so we can see what's going on. And we see the shield, Cap's shield. And Sam is holding up by the thrusters, basically the van.
Yeah.
And we know he's not. I don't think he's physically enhanced by the suit. Maybe a little bit.
Well, he's got the boosters.
Yeah, he's got the boosters, but I mean, do you think it boosts his physical power a little bit?
Definitely his confidence.
It's definitely his confidence, but like if you don't stretch when you're holding up, if I don't stretch and I stretch wrong in the morning from yawning, I pull something.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's holding up an entire armored van. Do you think he stretched?
I hope he did.
I hope he
I hope
did
he
too.
did.
I
Or
bet he
else him
did.
and Walker are going to find a chiropractor together to really,
Or
work
Walker
all
better
that.
find a dentist too. And all the sand in Walker's suit at this point too.
Oh. So there's nowhere for it to get out. Once it's in there, like it's probably not really well ventilated. He probably doesn't have a sand vent.
It's a sand vent
And plan.
in the crotchal area.
Yeah. He's just chafing. He's like, oh
It's
god.
It's a sand cod piece.
Mhm.
All he put is a shop vac in there.
I came here for vengeance, and all I got is a sandy crotch.
It's chafing. It's chafing. So Sam is pushing. This thruster is holding up this whole thing, and you see Red Wing go and attach itself to the left, and then you see Red Wing go and attach itself to the right.
We got multiple Red Wingses.
We've got multiple Red Wings, which I thought was kind of cool. Another upgrade, and the three of them pushed this whole thing back up.
Like a whole flock of them.
That's like a flock of seagulls.
Yeah. A flock of Red Wings.
Waka flocka.
Going back to that.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? We're here.
And then next thing you know, you see all these people cheering, and I think this was the people in Louisiana, wasn't it? That were helping. I think it was the old man and the other guy.
Those different guys.
Oh, is it?
That's people. That's no, those are different guys.
Is it?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I thought this was the same
Yeah,
old
'cause
man.
they were standing up on the edge, like watching.
Oh,
So they were
okay.
actually
So
there,
this isn't
yeah.
like they were broadcast. See, for some
No.
reason, I thought they were broadcasting this whole thing
Nope. Those were people that were actually like there
Okay.
on site.
on site. Okay, so not Louisiana. And yes, I'm gonna, before someone tries to call me out, you assholes, it's not because they're all black. No, I genuinely thought this was the same old man.
Mm-mm.
That was it last episode when they were doing the boat that said, we're always here to help.
Yeah.
The Wilsons in need. So
He was a
No.
shorter fella.
so EGTN does not endorse racism, you
Mm-mm.
assholes.
Assholes.
Assholes. Anyways, okay, so I was wrong. But they go, I loved what he said. The old man said, that's the Black Falcon right there.
Yeah.
Which, I loved that because that goes back to when Sam was walking down the street. Was it Baltimore?
Yeah. He's like, what, did they call you Black Kid?
Yeah, that's the Black Falcon there, I tell you. And then I love this. And the guy next to him goes, nah, that's Captain America. You're
Mhm.
damn straight.
Yep.
So at this point, he's recognized as Cap.
Mhm.
And then Red Wing 2 goes and with one laser beam gets that power lock
Yeah.
undone. Really cool scene. Next thing you know, we see Carly get up. She's basically picking up like a rock and throwing at it, except it was a what was it, like rebar?
Look like a piece of rebar.
Picked it up, threw it at Bucky's like, yeah. You can almost hear that. Yeah. And then Bucky just kind of goes back and catches it with one arm.
Mhm.
And she's going after him. And then all of a sudden, Ricochet, shield, takes down all of them. It's Sam.
Trick shot.
And it was awesome. It was awesome. And then, he lowers down. And he does the cat pose. And then Carly takes off the mask. And she's like, you of all people bought into that bullshit.
Mhm.
And it's just, I don't know, just something great about this. This whole damn episode was just good.
Yeah.
This has restored my faith in the MCU television. We loved WandaVision.
Yep.
We loved WandaVision. But
This is
this was awesome.
action.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And deep stories and
you can't really compare the two because they're
No.
two different things, two different beasts.
Hmm.
Sam looks at her and says, I'm trying something different. You should do the same.
Yep.
It's such a cool scene.
Then we get Batroc dropping the smoke.
Yep.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. And so from this, we see Carly run off, but we do get a quick glimpse of what it looks like inside Captain America's goggles, I guess.
Which is awesome.
Little flight goggles. And it looked kind of. It was. What was he doing? It was thermal.
Yeah, very Predator-esque.
Very Predator-esque. It was high techy, right? High techy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different. I think it's a different look than your like Stark Tech stuff has a look to it,
Right.
and this doesn't necessarily have that just beat you over the head Stark Tech look because it's different. It's Wakandan, which is cool that they didn't make it look like all the other tech in the MCU because it is from a different source.
I like the direction they're taking.
Yeah.
They're with Tony dying, they're basically saying, that's the past, here's the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. Go ahead, sir.
So let me get back to it here. I forgot to pause. I do this every damn time. I forget to pause.
Over here.
Oh, yeah. Over here. So smoke drops. Sharon kind of looks like she looked a little disgusted-ish when that happened. She was like, why? Find out. They run off. We got thermal vision. And so we got new cap, just Captain, leading the way.
Cap.
So they're chasing him through this like factory-ish industrial-looking setting.
Mm-hmm.
And they throw their masks off. They're giving call outs to, I think it was to Sharon. So we do see Cap, Walker, and Bucky all working together.
Which I didn't think we'd see this, to be
No,
honest with you.
And which was like a cool not throwback, but one of the last things that Walker said to him before he lost his shit was like, we could have been a team.
And they're like, we'll never be a team. And they're a team.
Oh, yeah, they're a team. And let's see here. So they split up. Okay, so he's like able to track footprints. Like he's got a lot of cool shit he can do.
Like, and that's not thermal at that point.
No, that's like some enhanced ability. What would you call it? I don't know. He's really moved up his skill tree. Like that's something you got to unlock like after level 10 tracking ability. Yeah.
Like he's like got +3.
Yeah.
+3 goggles.
Mm-hmm. The goggles of seeing. Oh, that'd be probably like any goggles.
Goggles of seeing. No, they're goggles of underwater seeing.
Yeah, it's like
no, that's anyone you buy.
My shoes of walking. So, so they split up. Bucky and
walking.
Walker go together.
Walker, do you think Walker has shoes of walking?
Probably. Her shoes just he's just meeing through the
Walker has shoes of walking.
damn it.
Would that be walk?
Walk. Are we gonna keep coming back to that?
Waka.
Are you gonna find a way to loop back to that? every
Waka.
time?
Waka.
Oh shit.
Um,
It was so I watched this with my daughter. Usually I watch my second go through with it or of these shows with her, but I watched the first go through with her. And she freaking cracked me up because this scene when we have Walker and Bucky running into this empty room that has like a lamp for some reason. There's some like chairs laying around. And she would just start cracking up laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? She's like, rewind it. Rewind it again. She goes, look at how they're running. And then how they just kind of like look around like they're lost. They're just, she goes, they look like they're in a video game because they're just like,
oh, that's awesome.
Great
Like a Final
form.
Fantasy.
yeah, like, the princess is not here.
Final Fantasy, the dude in the corner that's just going back, forth.
Mhm.
That's really damn accurate, actually. Tell her good job with that.
I will. So now we find Carly. I guess they're in the boiler room. There's pipes and shit. And she sees Sam.
whistles.
Oh yeah, she's whistling. Well, I've got it muted, so I'm like going straight off of subtitles, so I didn't hear. Oh, there it is. There's the whistling.
Yeah, it says whistling.
Well, I didn't.
I got it muted too.
Okay.
It says whistling.
I didn't get to that part. I was wondering, like, why? How do you know?
I'm a wizard, Harry.
She's whistling. So I guess is she whistling for Batroc or just whoever?
No, it's I think that's their whistle to tell each other apart. I think it's
Yeah.
the same whistle they did earlier
Okay.
in the series.
They're not like whippoorwill.
Yeah, it sounds like a giraffe dying.
Just, I'm like, what was it? Three Amigos. They're on the sign. He's like, whippoorwill, whippoorwill. Look up here. Look up here.
Little Nettie goes to war.
It's a mail plane.
It's a mess.
You see these little balls. So
I love that movie.
I do too. So Carly and
Sharon pops out.
Yeah. They're having a little standoff here. Guns pointed. And what did she say to her here? I had a mouse hovering in the oh yeah, they're telling she's like, drop it. And
So like,
Carly
I'm
says,
disappointed in you.
yeah, I'm disappointed in you. Sharon says, I was gonna say the same thing. So we start like we know something's up at this point. And if you guys have, like we said, if you've been listening to us prior, we as a community totally predicted what's about to happen.
Yep.
Or what's about to be revealed, not necessarily what's going to happen.
Yep.
And so, she tells her, like, when you came to Madripoor, you reminded me of young me. This is Sharon talking to Carly.
Yep.
So I took you in. I gave you an opportunity, and you betrayed me because you wanted to control a world that hurts you. Carly's making her case. She's like, I wanted to change it. Not interested in power or empire, bigger dreams. And so now Sharon's like, well, come back and work for me again. So those lines right there, when she's like, I gave you the power. I gave you all this. That's when you know, without him saying it yet, that Sharon's definitely the power broker. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it set in. I was like, oh, Alex is right.
He is right.
Mhm.
But I don't like it. I don't like this direction they're doing with Sharon.
Maybe you're not supposed to like it. Maybe this is one of those.
The whole thing seems just kind of forced.
You think?
I think it does. To me, it does. Like, I don't like it. It's something just doesn't sit right with me on this.
Well, I mean, you said, did she have a history of being a double agent or a triple agent?
That I can't remember. B Rob, help me out on this one. See if you remember.
Help us, B
Or
Rob.
Justin.
Now or Justin.
But Justin's more into DC. Or Arthur. Arthur, you would know this too. Arthur is Lucha.
Oh.
Any one of you guys, let me know. Anyway, so they're talking. And Before Sharon kind of had this very understanding face, and now it's like kind of a like, yeah, well, I'm the power broker. You will do what I say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the face was. And then Batroc comes out and goes, so you are the power broker. In the year 3000, when I write this song, you are the power broker. And I am a sucker for you.
What is that?
Nick Jonas. He looks like Nick Jonas.
So I don't know. Are you quoting Nick Jonas stuff?
It's the Jonas Brothers.
I'm so disappointed.
Why? They're good songs.
I like what I like. Leave me alone.
I like what I like. Screw you guys for judging me. And Sharon's like, Carly, I'm always prepared. Get out of my way. And Batroc pulls a gun on Carly and says, I'm done with these games. He says, now a power broker, all in French, you will pay me 4 times what you said you would. He's trying to blackmail her at this point. And then he goes back to English, 4 times, or I'll tell the whole world who you are. Then he doesn't even make hints that he's not trying to blackmail her.
You get caught up here to Batroc. Yeah, tell the whole world who you are.
And then she said, I don't do blackmail. She shoots Batroc, kills him, and Carly shoots Sharon.
Yep.
Sam hears it.
Carly does not look like she wanted to shoot Sharon. Sharon looks like she's just more upset about getting shot. Like she looked like she got extremely inconvenienced at that moment. It wasn't like, I got shot. It's more like, man, I had stuff to do.
Okay.
I left that pizza in the oven.
Supposed to be selling essential oils tonight. When's that shipment coming of thieves' oil?
Amazon Matterport was supposed to deliver today. Really hard time getting an Uber with all this blood on me.
It's like, or will I? Maybe I'll DoorDash myself. I'll pay the tip. Then Sam puts the shield up. Doesn't even hold it out to defend himself. And he goes into Sam mode, is what I call it. There's beast mode. Sam mode's when he's like empathetic, cares about you, is trying to save you.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's in Sam mode.
Yeah, he's full on defense. He's not trying to hurt her. And I think he even tells her, he says, I'm not going to fight you.
Yeah.
And she gets pissed. Like, that just makes her madder. As they go on, she just keeps like, fight me, fight me, fight me. Because she's at that point now where I think she thinks the only way that she can carry out and continue her mission, she's got to get past him. The only way she's going to be able to do that is, again, like Zemo said, somebody's going to die, either her or them. And she knows that too.
Right.
And she does not want to kill him. But she knows that's her only... She's in her head, that's her only way to continue what she's want to do, because he's not going to let her stop.
Right.
Prophetic Zemo.
Zemo is so awesome in this.
Zemo is so smart and dances
Zemo
like a
so
gentleman.
Smart. Well, I think this show has just cemented that Zemo is the most successful villain in the MCU. Like, absolutely.
Also has an amazing butler.
And also has an amazing butler. And likes Turkish delights. So, he says, I'm not going to fight you. He jumps down. Carly does this running punch at him, going, looks like full strength. And the wings go down into the cement and anchor Sam. He goes, Carly. And then the wings, like he does this spinning move with the wings out. And then he does this flip. Like, it's just I'm really, really digging this acrobatic cap. I really like this. It's just fun.
It's a different spin because we're used to kind of I mean, Steve was very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of a ground and pound, but I mean, he did throw some kicks and some things in there that seemed more martial artsy ish, I guess. But
Nothing to
Sam's
this nature.
captain is way more. It's like so you've got like kickboxing Steve, and then you've got like capoeira Sam.
Capoeira.
Wasn't that what it was called from?
Capoeira. Yeah, that's the Brazilian dance fighting.
Yeah.
Capoeira.
That what's her name from Bob's Burgers was obsessed with.
Oh yes.
Crap, I forgot her name. The daughter. Capoeira. Tina, yes, and she's taking classes.
Tina was taking capoeira, and wasn't Bob taking them too? Because they were in his basement.
I think Bob started taking him because he didn't trust the teacher, or something like that.
Oh, I'm just glad you threw in a Bob's Burgers. We haven't thrown one of those in yet.
Mm-mm. I've watched hit and miss of those.
I need to add a beef squatch soundboard clip. Beef squatch.
Beef
Remember
squatch.
that one, dude? Yeah, from Bob's Burgers.
I didn't watch it like religiously. I would just kind of catch it as I could. So
Okay, you gotta.
I got some things that stand out.
Next thing you know, Carly's yelling at Sam, stay down.
Mhm.
And then you see the other flag smashers, like do 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 do. We're being sneaky. And they get user FS105B encryption key activated. Meet us here, northeast corner, and it's marked. So they're walking. They're going to safety.
They think
It's DD other DD D2 and that's DD2
Mhm.
and Steve Aoki.
Yep.
They're
And
running it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I say, and then out pops the chin.
Mm-hmm. I like that. What did he say to him? This is a nice app, or what did Walker say?
Said mercy bears richer fruit than strict justice. And then Bucky goes, it's a great app. I'm guessing that was their code word.
No, he's it may have been. Yeah, I think it may have been. Mercy bears richer fruit than strict justice. Yeah, because I don't think that would be like a witty line that Walker would say, like a gotcha line.
No.
Like, I don't know. You
I
catch
agree.
more flies with honey than no, I don't think he was.
Then leading a horse to water.
Mm-hmm. One in the hand is worth a sunken ship.
Well, I can see Walker just half finishing them. You know what they say? You can
People
lead a
in
horse.
People in glass houses shouldn't.
What?
Yeah.
I can see Walker doing that just to be a dick.
Not because he doesn't know the rest of it, but just to
being
like
a dick.
Let it out, Walker.
Say it. Just
say
finish it. Then all these cops appear before me. I remember looking at Lily and going, Jesus, there's no way they're dodging these 50 armed cops around them.
Mm-mm. No, they would have they could have taken a few of them, maybe, but
maybe it was okay. Maybe it wasn't their code word because Walker pats him on the back and he says, Lincoln, really? Bucky says, great man, great quote. And Bucky goes, not when you say it.
Okay, so he was quoting Lincoln. Okay, well, was he?
We failed that.
We did.
We really, really failed that.
Hard. We should have researched.
No, because this is more fun.
This is more fun to screw it up.
just to think that Walker would give him half the quote. Then we go back and Carly's just beating the shit out of this shield. And of course, it's not denning. And then
No, this isn't, because this one was made properly and it's the actual
yes,
shield.
it was made properly. And then Sam does the thruster move again. And then jumps up with her, goes down, and she's like, "Fight me, fight back." And she's pissed. And if you look, Sam's really not fighting her.
Mm-mm.
He's not throwing punches. So he's down on the ground, the shield's down, she picks up the gun. And she's holding it up to Sam, just looking at him. She actually looks kind of disturbed, you know?
Yeah. Like,
Sa-
she looks like she doesn't want to do it. But
Right,
she's thinking like, I have to do it.
right.
I think is where she's at with it. And she draws down on him and starts to squeeze the trigger. And you hear the bang.
And then,
Sharon struck her with
Shoots.
oils.
Yep.
Peppermint.
And then, it's the power of peppermint.
Mhm.
Good for wet shell.
That's- that needs to be canon. The power broker is just the top of a essential oils pyramid scheme
That's
thing. That's where she got all of her money.
she's like, she goes, "Do you want to come to a half-hour meeting? You get free Herbalife shakes."
Hashtag power broker boss lady.
Like a power broker.
Mhm.
PB and essential oils.
Mhm.
Sam rushes right to Carly and cradles her. It's not like, he stands over her like you see in a lot of superhero movies. It's over. He goes and like genuinely cares.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want her, like, he thought she was redeemable. Is the thing. Like, I think that hurts him worse than any of it. Like, he honestly thought she was redeemable.
Right. And then he's looking her in the eye, and then we see Sharon just kind of breathing. Then she looks down, and I'm trying to pause this real quick. She had something in her hand.
Oh, it was her.
She-
It was the necklace that she was wearing, the one that she got from Mama Danya.
that Sharon got from her.
No, the Sharon was clutching something. Oh, I thought
That's the
no, Carly was clutching something.
Oh, I've got it. It's the hand with the world, one world.
Yeah, it was the pendant that Mama Danya had, I think.
But it looks like it's around her neck.
Oh yeah, she was wearing it as a necklace, like she had it.
On Sharon was?
No, were they
This
the
is
same thing?
This is Sharon right here. Sharon has the which means she was part of their movement.
No, where are we at here? Was Sharon had in her hand around her neck? Okay, I'm going back. So he's cradling. Okay, Sam gets shot.
Hold on. I'm sharing my screen here so you can see this.
On
Look.
screen share will work with. Yeah, that's Carly.
Is it?
Yeah, because there's Sam's arm in the red, white, and blue because he's holding her. Yeah, that's Carly.
Oh. Why did I think that was Sharon?
Huh?
I don't know either.
Wait, did you
Forget
think it
what
was
I'm
Sharon?
saying.
Or did I think? I didn't think it was Sharon. Or did you think I thought it was Sharon?
I thought it was Sharon.
Oh, yeah. No, it's Carly.
Oh, it is Carly.
Mhm.
It's because Sharon was looking down and then it went over to that.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're right. You're absolutely right. I was wrong. Because then it just panned up to Carly's face. You better drink to that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was something that Carly was holding. So we've established that. We got that
That
right.
was Carly.
Okay.
Kyle was right. Chris was wrong.
Carly's dying. I'm not laughing about Carly dying. Carly's dying.
Carly's dying. No, do it.
Oh, I can't do the. Yeah, I don't want to do that all. Yeah. I can
Oh, I,
just
I can't
him.
wait till mine comes
Get to
in
the
this
flag
weekend.
smashers.
No.
Oh, I can't wait till mine comes in this weekend. You know, that's all you and I are going to be doing for like an hour straight.
hmm
Anyways, Sam's just genuinely concerned for her. He's carrying her out. I mean, there's no smiles, there's no frowns. He's just
Mm.
dead faced right now.
Yep.
And there's the council people, and Sam comes flying in carrying the body. Do you think she's dead? I don't think she's dead. I think
What?
she is
She's dead.
mortally wounded. You think she's
Oh,
dead?
well, you think she's dead at this point? Yeah. Yeah. I think
At
she's
this
dead.
point.
Dead.
You think
when,
so?
when he's walking out with her and flying
Yeah.
with her, yeah, I think she's dead. Because he would have been in a bigger hurry to hand her
Yeah,
off.
that's true.
But he's doing the dramatic entrance. So yeah, she's dead. Dead.
She's dead, dead.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know what I really don't know what I expected. You know, they put her on the gurney
Mhm.
and wheeled her off. He just throws her down and they start kicking her into the ambulance.
Meh.
Like, is that what I thought? I don't know.
I mean, gotta take her somewhere.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though?
You thought that get
They
like,
start like kicking her like a can.
all right, into the van with you. Clank,
And
clank,
let's
clank.
go. Come on.
Mhm.
Then the reporter goes, "Is it still Falcon or is it Captain Falcon?" And I'm like half expected someone to go, "Is it Black Falcon?"
Mhm.
And then the one who
Is it Black
flew the
Captain
helicopter-
America? No, it's
It's
Captain
Black?
America.
Black Captain America. Yeah. No, it's what is it? It's Captain America.
It's Captain America. Simple.
And they go, "Sam, thank you. You know, you did your part in dealing with those terrorists. Now we'll do ours." And Sam asked him, "Are you still going forward resetting the borders?" And then one of the council people goes, "Our peacekeeping troops will begin relocating people soon."
Mm.
And they keep saying, the terrorists only set us back a bit. And then he goes, "Stop calling them terrorists." His eyes are shut. Like, he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
So, well, let's get a little further into this and I'll tell you what I think.
And so he's talking about them, moving people into their armed security forces are forcing people into camps. You keep using the words like terrorist, thug. What else do you say? What do you say? These words, terrorist, thug. They're also
What do you think those people are going to call you? Yeah.
Yeah, are used to get around, often used to get around the question. And so he's going back to those settlements just 5 years ago. He thinks it's fair for the governments to have to support them. So this still has me a little confused on the refugees, quote unquote, which they weren't really refugees. Were they people that were displaced and they were staying? Basically, like they bring up the point here that, and the people who reappeared only to find someone else living in their family
In their
home,
houses.
they just end up homeless. That's where I am so confused with all this.
I was too. So here's what I think. I think it's like if you're declared dead,
Yeah.
you don't exist anymore.
Mhm.
You don't have a social security anymore.
Right.
You don't have citizenship because you're not there.
Mhm.
And then when they reappeared, all of a sudden, the governments have already written them off.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, they're back. No one wants to claim these people. Because if you claim them, you have to help them get them back. Excuse me. You have to help them get back on their feet. There's a lot of cost associated with that.
Right.
So I'm thinking that's why they're saying, no, we're not claiming them.
Well,
Who wants to claim half the Earth's population?
right, but the flag smashers were the people that survived the blip. They didn't get poofed.
Right.
They've been there. They're staying somewhere else. So that's what has me so confused. Like if I got blipped and I come back 5 years later and it's like, oh, there's somebody in my house. It was my house. I paid for that house. I have my house back. Like, oh well, no. Like that's where
Didn't they say that these camps, like in episode 3, maybe 3 or 4? I think it was 3, where they said that the refugee camps
Mhm.
were the ones where the people came back, and then they helped rebuild stuff, and then they just moved them here.
I think it was the people that were helping rebuild society after the blip. And then,
Because
They're-
there was no borders before that.
yeah,
God damn it! Now you have me confused.
I'm still like, that's my understanding in my head, that the Flag Smashers were started by the groups of people that were helping to rebuild the world after the blip. They were all over, end up staying in places that weren't theirs, right?
Right.
And then the unblipping happened. People came back and they wanted their property back. And so then they're having to displace the people that were living there, because there's people living in their homes once they got, shuffled around.
Mhm.
And so then they get kicked out, the people that survived the blip, and now they have nowhere to stay, but they're not getting any help. All the help's going to the people that came back. And so that's where their upset is, like, okay, we were here and we helped do all this, and now borders are coming back and we're just kind of left out to dry after we did this work for 5 years to try to help rebuild society. I think that's where it's coming from. But I'm not.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just I'm confused now.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been confused the whole time. I still haven't understood why would they be mad about getting kicked out of a house that wasn't.
I
It was there.
thought
and
I
get
had
it.
an answer, but now you have me questioning me.
Like, I get it. Whenever the blip would have happened, like, okay, nobody's coming back. They're all dead and gone. Property's up for
Right.
grabs. Now they come back. Do they not have rights? Like, yeah. If I got blipped back in and somebody else had my house, I'd be pissed. I'd
I
want them
agree.
out. Like, I want my stuff. But then, if they had a rightful legal claim to it somehow through whatever happened,
I want my pink shirt back.
I want my
I want my
shirt.
pink shirt back.
Yeah.
Ozzy, that one's for you.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. If you
But
guys
the
have,
GRC did I think the biggest, the heart of the issue was how the GRC handled the people that are now displaced.
no, that's
Right.
yeah.
By not giving
I'm
any
with you on
support.
that one.
I don't think they're giving support. Like, oh, you should have. They need to keep those houses that they moved into. I think they should go back to the people that had them before. Get
I'm with you on that.
whatever. But
Yeah.
help the people. Don't just kick them out on the streets.
Excuse me.
Because
I'm
houses had to be cheap because supply was huge. There's a huge housing market after the blip because all these empty houses.
You didn't even have to buy it. You just go live in a house.
Yeah, I'm just gonna live here.
And then you come back and
house now.
find out, it's not your house anymore. Wasn't your house to begin with. So, like we normally do, we kind of got off track, but we're back on.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I get it. You have no idea how complicated the situation is. He keeps telling Sam, you have no idea. You don't know. And he goes, you know what? You're right. And he goes, and that's a good thing that I don't understand.
Mhm.
And he's like, we finally have a common struggle. It's like, think about that. For once, all the people who've been begging, I mean, literally begging for you to feel how hard any given day is. Now you know. How did it feel to be helpless for that one moment? If you can remember what it's like to feel helpless and face just an unmovable force, you know that you're basically that.
Mhm.
And what kind of impact you're going to make. This isn't about easy decisions. And he keeps saying, you don't understand. And then Sam, I love this. I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? And Walker and Bucky are just sitting there, watching this. Every time I pick up this thing, I know there are millions of people who are going to hate me for it. But he does it anyway. They're recording this on TVs, the Stairs of the Judgment. Then you see Elijah and Isaiah watching this.
Yeah.
And he's,
this scene got me.
Yes, I mean, it's so good. And Isaiah's tearing up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't have any super soldiers, no blonde hair, no blue eyes. He's saying, I'm a black man carrying this.
Yeah.
The only power I have is that I believe we can do better. That was the line right there. I'm not a super soldier. My power is I believe that we can do better. And Bucky kind of smiled at that.
He's pointing out to him, like, you have all the power in the world to fix these issues. You can make
You control the banks.
You control the banks. You can tear down a forest with an email. You can feed it, or you can tear down a forest. You can feed 1 million people with an email. If you've got the power to do it, do it. Make it right. Do the right thing.
And he's like, he says, who's in the room when you're doing this? Is it the people who are struggling or people like you?
Yeah.
And you notice
who's making the decisions.
They can't really look at him in the eyes either. They keep looking down in a way.
Because they know he's right.
Yeah, you're right. He said, this girl died trying to stop you.
Mhm.
And no one has stopped for 1 second to ask why. Is it you've got to do better, Senator? You got to step up. Oh, I guess they're senators. Because if you don't, the next Carly will, and you don't want to see 2.0. He's saying the next one's going to be much worse.
Yeah.
People believe so much in her cause that they helped her defy the strongest governments in the world. And he's talking, this is just everyday people. He really made him think.
I like how he flipped that around. It's not like what they were doing. He wasn't pointing out that, like, what they were doing was necessarily right.
Right.
He's challenged him to think, why do they feel so? Have you ever thought about why do they feel so strongly about having to do this? Put yourself there. And he pointed out, like, there's nobody that's affected by this making these decisions. There's nobody that's affected by what's going on in the world sitting in that room making the decisions to fix it. There's a bunch of people that aren't affected by it or that stand to profit from it more than likely.
Right.
Making the decision. And so that's where I like that challenge. Not try to stop her, not try to stop the next thing. Understand why she did it and then fix that.
And I love the part where he says, look, you people have just as much power as an insane god. You think he's referencing Loki or Thanos?
I think he's referencing Thanos.
I think he is too.
Mm-hmm. Or a misguided teenager. So I guess she was still a teen.
Isn't that nuts?
Mm-hmm.
The question you have to ask yourself is, how are you going to use it? This, and then he just walks off, doesn't say a word.
Mm-mm.
This moment right here, that's what this whole damn show is about.
Yep.
It is Sam taking the mantle. We finally see the full potential of what Steve saw in Sam.
Yep.
Wasn't that he was the strongest, wasn't he was the fastest, it wasn't that he could Jackie Chan it or Capybara it. Capoeira. Or Yogi Berra or Boo Boo Berra or whatever. This is what he saw in Sam. This is the potential he saw, and now we all see it.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably one of the best written speeches in the MCU that I've ever seen. I'm going to go on record saying that.
It was. I agree with you.
It was powerful. It got you thinking. And, I think it's a commentary too on today's society in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have all these old, rich white guys making decisions for everyone, deciding what's the best for us, and that's government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're not affected by the problem, how can you afford a believable solution?
Right.
I mean, you still can, but you have to have voices of those that are affected in the room. Like I said, they're not in the room with you. Have them in the room.
Right.
That's all you gotta do. And listen. Be human. That's all you gotta do.
It's just a great damn speech. It was a great moment. This goes down for me in the great moments in the MCU.
Yeah. It's topical.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it hits so hard. And things that needed to be said. I think. Yeah, well done.
Just great.
Well done time.
Great moment.
And I like somebody else that needed to see it and hear it and be like, "Oh yeah, that's why he's Captain America." When you see Walker look at him, Walker just he looks at him and he gives him the nod of just like he's like, "Damn, okay, yeah, he's probably a better Captain America." Like he just in that little moment you see he acknowledges it and then he just kind of walks off.
Yep.
I love Bucky. That's like spending a minute. All I heard was black guy in stars and stripes. Didn't really know what was going on. You know, their dynamic is great. And he calls him Cap.
Yeah, nice job, Cap. I sure as hell hope that they continue on with this.
The series?
Well, they've already hinted that there's going to be season 2.
Okay.
They have hinted that there might be because this is so popular. And the Emmy nominations it got? It's up for it's up for like a couple nominations.
Oh, cool. I saw where there will 100% not be a WandaVision sequel because
I saw that.
They submitted for, the Academy Awards that they submitted it as a
miniseries,
limited run or whatever. Yeah. So that eliminates the possibility of it being an ongoing thing.
But this one, it wasn't that. It was I think it was like a drama or something like that. Whatever it was, I can't remember, but it's been nominated. It's up, and they've already hinted at season 2.
Okay.
Well, and I'm kind of hoping that, we really should wait to the end to say this too, but they have already confirmed that there's going to be a movie for Captain America with the guy who wrote and directed Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
he's helming it.
Nice.
So
he's going to get and I'm glad. I'm just hoping. Yeah,
I mean, he did a great job in this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that they continue on with him and Bucky because this is such a great dynamic.
It is. Where are we at? Go ahead.
I'd say then they're just walking. They're just chatting like buddies.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I think there's before it was an uneasy alliance. I think it's not quite friends, but they trust each other.
Oh, I think they're.
You think they're friends at this point?
Mm-hmm. I think
it's
so.
Begrudgingly friends, or you think they're friends?
Nope, I think they're friends.
They're past the.
I think they're past
the friend zone.
I think they're past the begrudgingly phase, and that it's one of those
friends.
kind of goes without saying kind of things. Yeah.
So. And they're like, we need to get you to the hospital to see Sharon, and Bucky's like, she's not gonna listen. It's like Sharon's like, it's not the worst thing that's happened to me all week. And he's like, told you.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's like, Cap, I think he's talking to you. And then Sharon's like, I'm sorry how things ended down here. For what it's worth, the suit looks good on you. And he's like, thanks. He's like, come on, can we get out of here? So Bucky's gonna take care of the wound.
Yeah, and he tells her, I didn't forget my promise. And so that has to do, I guess, with the pardon, maybe.
Yeah, that was his promise.
And then we got one of the men in black come up to Captain and
Agent B for bald.
they got they caught the one that crashed in the Hudson when he threw out of the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
So they got him captured. So now they cut to him. The Cap flies off, and we see the Flag Smashers being loaded up. I'm assuming, is this the same night?
Yeah, this is the same night.
Okay. Because the way they were talking, like they were all in gray. They weren't wearing that. No, I think this is a little bit ahead.
I think it's the same night, though.
Because they're all in jumpsuits. They weren't all in jumpsuits before. I mean, they've been caught and arrested. So, it could be the same night. They're going to transport them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That could be that. And so they're transporting them to the
They
raft.
already processed them.
Yeah. They moved quick. They're like, yep, all you guys are bad guys. You're going to the raft. And they load them up into the van. One of the cops, or whatever he is, leans in and whispers, "One world, one people." And he shuts it.
that's military. It says U.S. Navy on it.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah, military.
Well, it makes sense if they're transporting them to the raft. The raft's out in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, so they're rolling off, and they have a nice, pleasant drive all the way there.
and that's the end.
The
They all
end.
live happily ever after.
Mm-mm.
But as
No.
they're driving
Explosion.
along. New guy's puking his brains out and back. And all of a sudden the van explodes. And then you see Walter, Jeff Dunham's puppet, in the mirror looking. Are you seeing that?
Yes, I'm paused right on the
So-
perfect.
So you see Walter there. He's mad because someone's got their hand up his ass. But Walter's sitting there, just looking. And he's wearing these little gloves. And then he puts up, you can tell that was the transmitter that blew it up. And then kind of scoffed. It took me a little bit to figure out who that was.
I knew right away.
I didn't like
That's Airplane Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know, like after I figured that out, but I didn't know right away. I had to sit there and think about it for a sec.
Like I think that
Flying
one little
Butler.
move right there makes him more badass than Alfred. If we had if there was a Butler standoff, a Butler fight, you had Alfred and you have Zemo's Butler.
Flying Butler.
You have the Flying Butler versus Alfred. I got money on Flying Butler right now because he's going to blow shit up.
That's true. Even
Alfred
though
is
Alfred
gonna-
was special forces in the past.
Yeah, but he lost. I think he's lost his edge. He's more into maintaining
Serving
gadgets
tea.
and cooking lobster thermidor for Batman. So
It's true. Grilled penguin wings. I think I'll have Emperor Penguin today, Alfred. Next thing you know,
Raft.
we see
Yeah.
the raft, maximum security prison, and they're talking about how the flag smashers were killed, and we see Zemo in there reading a book, and he just does this slow look into the camera and just this shit-eating grin, closes his book and kicks back.
everything's coming up, Zemo.
Everything's coming up. Everything's coming up, Zemo.
Mhm.
And then we see Valentina.
Don't call her Val.
Don't call her Val. She's sitting there with Walker's wife.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Oh, hey, Walker, check your phone. Looks like our friend Zemo kind of got the last laugh, right?" And she's showing Walker's wife. She's like, "Couldn't work better if I had planned it myself. Or maybe I did. No, I'm kidding. I didn't." And then she goes, "Or did I?
Or did I? God, I hope her
I-
and Agatha meet at some point because that's
Okay. So we'll talk about that after this scene.
Okay.
There's a possibility. I've got
You got a theory?
a theory.
Okay.
Let's
plow through
but
it. We're so
I am-
close.
I am so glad that they brought her in because she is so good at this character.
Mhm.
Let's plow through this. She's talking. It's going to save a lot of people paperwork, a lot of redacting, a lot of shredding, and then clearing the throat. And she's like, "What is he doing in there?" Obviously, they're waiting on John.
And she's like, "I was probably the helmet. I was just trouble
And
with
then-
the helmet."
I knew exactly what was happening at this point. She's like, "Oh my God, let's go." He comes out and he is in the U.S. agent costume. All it is just black.
Yeah, and it looks
basically.
awesome. It looks awesome as
So,
black. Like it's
This
the
is
same.
another.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's just a color flip, right?
It's a color flip, right?
But it looks cool as black.
Well, here's the thing. It is totally comics accurate. Also, they did a great job on this. Like I couldn't be more thrilled with this.
Do you
and-
think so? Did she get him the suit, or was he? Because they're in the same courtroom where he got.
She got him the suit.
Okay. So
She
is
has connections.
Okay.
So she said, what did she say? She said, because it's Sam, it's black, and she's like, yeah, well, yeah. Things are about to get weird. So when they do, we're not going to need a Captain America. I love this part. And she's like, no, we're going to need a U.S. agent. She named him. And he looks so happy with that. It's like, that's great. And she's like, keep your phone on.
Yeah.
We'll do that,
I'm back
Val.
in it. He's just like,
Don't call me.
I'm back on the team. I'm back doing things. He's so
And
happy.
you see, he did the point.
Yeah. I was happy
So-
for him, actually. Don't know where it's going to go. Like, it could go terrible for him. But in that moment, I was happy for him that he had a little bit of a redemption story. From helping fight off the Flag Smashers, and it was a good wraparound for him. Wraparound?
Right.
No. Reach around? No.
It's a good reach around for him.
It was a good conclusion for that part of his story. I liked it.
Yep. The arc finished up well.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, Bucky's walking the hallway to his little Asian friend. Was it Yoshi?
I forgot his name.
Toshi? Yoshi?
I don't think that's it.
The guy from episode 1.
Yeah.
Who Sonny killed. And he's like, I have to tell you something. It's about your son. He was murdered.
Mhm.
And he took off his glove and, he's showing his hand basically, which he never did in episode 1.
No.
And you can see the hurt on his face. He's like, he was killed by the Winter Soldier. And, Bucky's.
Don't spill the beans.
Yeah. This was tough to watch.
Mhm.
This is really tough to watch. He's like, I didn't have a choice. So he's telling him, in 2 swoops, I was the Winter Soldier and I killed your son.
Yeah.
And you bought me beer.
So it doesn't play out much past, I didn't have a choice. So we're going to assume you think he just told him everything at that point.
Mhm.
Like, this is what I was. This is what happened. This is why. I mean, surely he did.
Well, I think he did because this is what Sam told him. He's like, how can I serve?
Yeah.
It's not, will you forgive me? It's how can I serve? And then next thing you know, there's his doctors, the psychologist's
Dr. Lady.
office. Dr. Lady.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Lady.
There's this little package there, and he did a good job of picking out the package. Looks pretty.
He did well.
She opens it, and there's the book, and all the names are crossed out.
He's done.
He's done. And then he said, I finished the book. Thanks for all your help, Doc. She didn't even smile. She's not very nice.
No, she's mean Dr. Lady.
She is mean, Doctor. So, Bucky's walking past the coffee shop and he sees his friend in there drinking. And there's the waitress. She sees him and just kind of smiles.
Yep. She poured the little man a little shot of sake, looked like.
And it looks like he has, he still looks sad, but it looks like he has closure now.
Yeah. Which is what
he
he was
knows what
needing.
happened. Yeah. And Bucky walks off. So I think that's the end of that chapter for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you were super excited about this part. This next part.
This next part?
Yep. So I'll let you talk about it.
Okay.
When he
So-
talked about Black Falcon. When he
Oh,
answered
yeah.
the door.
And so, so we cut to Sam's back in Baltimore. And he's back in the the old neighborhood. He knocks on the door. And it's I forgot the kid's name again. I do this every episode.
Elijah.
And he's like, what do you want, Black Falcon? He just calls him like, you need to learn some manners. And then you hear, Isaiah's, he ain't Falcon anymore, but he's still black. Like, he's got some lines, dude. I love it. And so they go back to the garden. And, Isaiah's telling, like, I saw what you did out there. I watched it. And it seems everybody else saw it. And he's like, and then this is where we kind of get the catch up that the GRC's, he's filling him in, that they're standing down, their plans on what they were going to do. It's like, so you must have done something right. And he's still kind of, he's proud of him from the scene earlier, but he's still giving him a hard time, because that's the old man thing to do. You still got to give the young guy a hard time. And, excuse me. So Isaiah tells you, ain't gonna lie, you're special. And Sam just looks at him and just says, "Thank you." Um, that's really all because he wanted approval from Isaiah. He wanted to. I don't think he not only wanted to carry his legacy somehow, right? Didn't I mean earlier? What was the last episode before last? Anyway, he was telling Isaiah like, "I can clear your name. I can get you out there. People need to know this." And he didn't want to do it. So he not only for Isaiah, but he was. I'm guessing he was seeking some approval from Isaiah. He wanted to make this man proud.
Yep.
And so Isaiah tells me like, Malcolm Martin Mandela, which Sam gets a laugh and he says, "No argument." It's about I do what I got to do. I know what I've got to do. And Isaiah tells him, "So a black Captain America, huh?" And Sam just looks at him like dead in the eyes, like, "Damn right." And so Isaiah gives him a little nod and chuckles. So he's back to terms with earlier he was telling like, what do you say? Like no self-respecting black man would ever wear that costume, would never wear the stars and stripes. And I think Sam achieved his goal of wanting to break down that wall for Isaiah to show that, this is the progress that they're making. This is great. He says, I might die, but we built this country. We bled for it. And I'm not going to let anybody tell me that I can't fight for it. Not what after everybody before me went through, including you. And you see that kind of hits with Isaiah when he tells him, including you. What happened to him was shitty. It was terrible. But he also did things for this country that made it what it is now. Whether he was treated terribly after, his actions before all that still helped build the country to what it is. Even though that country shit on him, he still helped build the country to what it is now. And it was funny because he's like, he buys, it hits him, but he doesn't want to, he plays it off. He's like, "Oh, I almost bought into that." And, Sam asked me if you ever lighten up. He's like, "No." And this is where Sam tells him, like, "I've got something to show you. You guys go clean up. We're going to go somewhere. Got something to show you." So they cut forward and they're in the, I can't remember where this museum or this display or wherever it was, but it was all the Captain America stuff.
I think it's the Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian? Okay.
I think so.
And that's where they have all this giant
Captain America display.
Tribute. This exhibit up there, basically. And they walk past all that and they go into this own little designated special room. And you see the look on Isaiah's face, just of shock. He grabs his grandson by the shoulder. His eyes are wide. And it's an exhibit just for him.
It's a statue of Isaiah.
There's a statue of Isaiah Bradley. There's the pictures of him and his men and the things that they had done around it. He's got his recognition. I never did. I'm trying to look. I finally got a pause where I can actually look at the plaque they had here. And that's what they're saying. Like Isaiah was one of a dozen African American soldiers who were recruited against their will and without their consent for participation in human testing in pursuit of the super soldier serum. Most did not survive. The few who lived through testing were sent on secret missions during the Korean War. During the conflict, almost against all odds, Isaiah Bradley rescued his fellow soldiers and 28 other POWs from behind enemy lines. However, fearful of the ramifications of a black super soldier, some individuals within the government tried to erase Isaiah's story from history. And that's all you can kind of see because it cuts off. But Sam was able to get his name out there and his story out there about him getting screwed over by his own government. But
which was awesome.
Still, no, that's not getting screwed over by the government.
No, not
awesome.
that. I'm talking what he did.
What he did is awesome. I know what you meant.
It's also getting screwed over by your government.
But you can see the look, and I was holding it together really well. To this, like, this is great. This is a good moment. And when he turns back and looks at Sam after reading and seeing what I saw there and the look on his face. My daughter was on the couch watching with me, and I heard her just go, "Aw." Somebody's
Here.
cutting onions in the living room. I gotta go. Yeah, that got me. And hearing her reaction to it and understanding all that, yeah, it's such a good damn moment.
It was a great moment.
And you can see, like, Sam's proud of himself, but he's trying to contain it a little bit. He almost breaks right there with a little smile, but he contains it. But he tells, like, now they'll never forget what you did for this country.
Right.
And Isaiah just like holding back the tears. God, that was such a good,
great scene. Really
great
was.
scene. If that
I'm
doesn't
glad
get
they
an
put it in there. I'm glad they put it in there.
Emmy for a supporting actor or whatever, dude, that was so good. His reaction was solid. And then we fade to black. And is this where it changed? Oh no, they're back down in Louisiana. here.
Louisiana.
Okay, I thought that was the end of it.
Nope, they're in Louisiana. they're having a cookout.
Yeah. Shrimp boil
and all the fixing. Shrimp
Oh,
boil.
maybe that sounds so good right now.
Well, is it a shrimp boil when they're grilling them?
Oh, they were grilling shrimp. Well, they probably had grilled shrimp, boiled shrimp, baked shrimp,
Coconut shrimp,
fried shrimp, shrimp on a stick.
duck shrimp. Bucky shows up, and there he was. He's bringing a Walmart pie.
Yeah. Good job, Bucky.
Good job. And the boys are attacking him, and Bucky's like, I'm gonna throw this at
Like
you.
holding him up with a strong arm.
Yeah, and then he's talking to, who's he talking to? Oh, it's Sarah. He's
Yeah.
macking on Sarah. And she's
Yeah.
just eating it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I saw that the first time, but it's Sarah.
She wants some of that Bucky.
He wants
Get
some
all
of that
over
buck,
that Bucky.
buck.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some of that buck. Honey dip. Some of that buck. Honey dip. Can she get a scoop?
Of a bitch.
She wants that man in the vibranium suit. So yeah, dude.
Did you have that already worked out in your head, like way
I
before
did not
we got?
actually.
Oh, okay, that was on the fly.
I was on the
Like,
fly.
man, he had that, and he's just been waiting for the last.
No,
3
I
and a
wish
half
I
hours.
did. And then it would have been a lot better.
Mhm.
But speaking of vibranium suit, did get confirmation.
Okay.
Sam's entire suit's vibranium.
Ooh.
That's why he was able to hold it up, the armored vehicle. So the whole suit's vibranium.
That's a lot of money in that suit. Because
That's
they
a
said the
shit ton.
shield
And-
was like how many millions
And
of
the
dollars?
tech, yeah, I can't remember,
It was a lot.
but it was a lot. And that was back in like what the 40s.
Yeah.
And then they had plus, Red Wing has the facial recognition and everything else.
Mhm.
That's
My
a lot of
phone
money.
does that. That's not fancy.
That's not fair. I can do that.
I could do that with my cellular phone.
But you know what? You're not putting the the buck on Sarah.
No, it's true.
So,
It's true.
but yeah,
Thank you,
and then the community's taking pictures with Sam. And he's getting recognized. And what I thought was cool about this is Steve was, the government poster boy.
Yeah.
Sam's back down to his roots.
Yep.
He's smiling, looking out at the sunset, and there's Bucky, and they do the same, and then they go, like, Sam puts his arm around Bucky, and they walk off.
I think Steve was the image of Captain America that the government wanted portrayed.
Right.
And that's what you saw with Walker, which that worked out really well. But Sam is the actual, an actual image of America.
What the people need. Yep.
What the people need. He's from the earth American. He's not a pieced together, this is what somebody on a committee selected that we need Captain America to be. So
It's awesome.
it's
And
gonna be
then
so good. There's gonna be so many good things.
the end credits say, instead of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which
Mhm.
I don't
That
know
was-
why, just simple lettering just like made me so excited.
That was so cool.
Um,
And then we get the mid credits.
mid-credit scene. Okay, you start.
So you see Sharon standing there, and man, I keep skipping back and forth too far. Hold on, I was right there. We were there. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Carter
The
name has
senator's
always been
talking.
synonymous with service and trust.
Yep. On behalf of the United States intelligence community, I'd like to offer you our sincerest apologies. So she's getting pardoned right here, and is it the same? So today we begin. Yep, the same senator. So he's involved in a lot of shit. He was on the council. He's the one that got Walker. Now he's pardoning Sharon, and he said, "We, begin to repay some debt that's owed to you." So yeah, here he offers her full pardon, and that there may be an opening in your old division if that's something that you may be interested in. And she said it would be my honor. So now you're just like, oh, what's she gonna?
Yeah. And then she's tearing up as she's walking out.
Mhm.
But then as she's walking out, she gets this sinister, shitty smile on her face in slow motion. That's how you know she's evil.
Yeah, it's like everything's going good. Oh, she's doing good. Oh, well, we slowed down. We're at half speed. That means she's twice as evil as we thought.
And she makes a call and says, line up our buyers. We're about to have full access to government secrets, prototype weapons, the full kit and caboodle. She's getting ready. Should be something for everyone. She's about to sell out America because they sold her out.
Yep. Woman scorned.
So, and then that's the end of Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Season 1. I hope we get a second season.
They already pretty much,
yeah,
for the most part, confirmed it, without actually confirming it.
Yeah.
Okay, my prediction.
Your prediction.
I don't think it's going to be Thunderbolts. I think you're right. It's going to be Dark Avengers.
And your reasoning?
Because we have already a crew assembled for that.
Okay.
We have, because Dark Avengers are just the dark version of the Avengers.
Okay.
We already have the Cap. That's going to be U.S. Agent.
Yep.
So it's either going to be led by U.S. Agent or Zemo.
Okay.
We have a Zemo. The rich, smart guy, the Iron Man, basically.
Okay.
We have the Iron Patriot armor already. That was introduced in Civil War.
Okay.
We already have a Hulk. That's the Abomination. That's Emil Blonsky.
Oh, okay. So we're getting.
We already have a Scorpion, Matt Grongan. He was in the prison at the end of the Venom movie. Or not Venom, Spider-Man Far From Home. Or no, not Far From Home. The first Spider-Man movie, Homecoming.
Okay.
He's the one at the end who said, hey, Tomes, saw, who Spider-Man is. He's the Scorpion in the comics.
Okay. So we get all of our, what's the word?
Core.
Cure.
Liqueur.
The alternate versions of them. The dark versions of them. That actually makes sense.
We haven't seen a Dark Wolverine yet. In the comics, it's his son, Dakin.
Yeah. We haven't even seen a Wolverine yet, though.
We haven't seen a Wolverine, but they sure as hell are hinting towards Wolverine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all signs point to Wolverine.
There was a lot of Wolverine, and I think that's if you want to really just make a splash with, hey, mutants are back, 100% definitely back. When you make it for sure, you do it with Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. I bet Wolverine will be the first mutant movie they do. I bet it is. Well, besides the mutants, which they've announced.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think it is going to be Dark Avengers over Thunderbolts. So just a dark version of the Avengers, and they're going to get into shit that no one else will.
You say they're kind of like the Suicide Squad of the Marvel.
Which is what the Thunderbolts are, but yeah, this is what kind of the Avengers are too. So in the comics, their Hulk was Scar, which is Hulk's son, and we haven't seen him yet, but who is rumored to be in the She-Hulk Marvel Disney Plus TV show.
Well, I mean, he does like to smash, so there's probably going to be a son pop up sooner or later. That'd be the reaction from the rest of the show. And like, he's like there with his sons, like, Hulk, how did this happen? Like, Hulk smash.
That's on his it's on his Tinder profile. Hulk smash.
Yeah. Yep. Swiping.
Swipe left. Swipe left. I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I think will happen. But all in all, this was a great series. I loved this series.
It was really good.
And now we have to wait till June for Loki.
Wait till June for Loki. I've got to get caught up and watch some
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. I'll talk about that with you after we wrap this
you'll
one
talk
up.
about that. Our next one's going to be Bad Batch. Which is going to be interesting because Kyle hasn't seen any of the Clone Wars. But at the same time, I think that'll actually be kind of a great perspective as someone who's never seen it.
I could go that route with it. I mean, I was going to sit down and watch them, but if we want to do those type of
you can
perspectives
still
with
watch them. There's no way in hell you're getting through 7 seasons in a week.
True. It's not going to happen.
No. There's no way you're getting through 7 seasons in a week. So, I mean, no, still watch them.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be super interesting to see a fresh perspective on it. As someone who's never seen it.
So you guys will have that coming up pretty soon.
Then we'll have Loki. We are going to have our Disney episode coming up.
Yep. Very soon.
We are going to record. We'll probably get back to doing a regular episode a week. And then a Nerkie additional. And then, it's going to flip flop back and forth where we'll just release the Nerkie as the regular episode.
Yeah.
Because the Nerkies are fun. Those seem to be our most popular with you guys, but I really, really like doing the regular episodes too, just because sometimes it's stuff I don't know about.
Yeah, I do too. We got stuff lined up. We just had so much new content of Marvel stuff the last since we started doing this that, we've had to jump on those while they're hot, but we will have some more of the hobbies and interests type shows in the near future.
Yep. The next one we're probably going to be recording next week will be Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited about.
Tabletop RPG D&D-esque. You guys just have to listen to it.
With pirates.
Arr.
And using
shiver your
magic
timbers.
to shiver me timbers. Using magic to power their ship. So
You guys
really
be ready
cool
for that one.
So other than that, we haven't done this in a while. Kyle, what are you watching or reading?
So this week I was watching actually the last couple of days. I want to make sure I get the title right because it was very interesting. It was on Netflix. What was the name of it? As we're talking about pirates and such. There's a documentary on Netflix called The Lost Pirate Kingdom. And it's like 6 or 7 episodes. They're about an hour each. And through yesterday and today, I watched through all those.
What's
very interesting. It's like a docu-series. It's like kind of a dramatized documentary about the golden age of piracy in the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
So is it like the same thing as like their samurai series? Because they
probably
have one
because
like
that was recommended for me to watch after I watched that. So
I bet it is then, because it's like during the Meiji period, I think, and like they talk about the golden age of the samurai and stuff, the feudal era.
If they're talking about the golden age, and it was the same. Yeah, well, this is about pirates, and it was really cool. It wasn't total. I did some like follow up after I watched it, and there's some things that got wrong, and this and that for dramatic purposes because it's not a straight documentary. It's docudrama.
Right.
Don't watch it with the kids because there's language and boobs and such in it. But
Wait, there's boobs, you say?
there are boobs. Yep, there's some boobs.
Uh,
Pirate boobs.
Alexa, add that series.
You're gonna trigger somebody's like, no, I don't want that other.
No, Alexa, I'm kidding. Stop.
Stop it. So yeah, that's what I've
I'm kidding.
been watching.
I started watching. I'm almost done. Like I said, we went to Dallas this weekend, so there wasn't a lot of time. I'm almost done with the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
I might try to go watch that in theaters. Honestly,
That'd be fun. It's so. I've seen people bitch about it. So it's meant to be a 3-part. It's meant to be a trilogy.
okay, as everything is now.
As everything, and it seems to closely follow. Well, kind of closely follow Scorpion's Revenge, the animated Mortal Kombat, which it's in the Voodoo Cube.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I keep thinking like
that
I
is phenomenal.
I've
if you
heard
haven't
it's
seen that,
great.
yeah, it's brutal. It's Mortal Kombat, just except in a movie animated form.
Yeah,
animated movie form. This kind of follows that.
Okay.
It's the main character's he's not a main character. He's an unknown character in the series, in the video games. But it's good. It's a good video game movie. If you go in expecting a video game movie, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's super bloody.
I don't expect a lot out of video game movies other than just fan service me a little bit. Make me happy.
Right. Well, and the guy who plays Kano steals the damn show on this.
Really? Good.
And I'm not all the way through yet. I think I've still got like maybe 25 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good so far. I'm enjoying it.
That's on my list.
So that's what I'm watching. What have you learned this week?
What have I learned this week? I had something good and I should have wrote it down.
I learned that I should have written down my good thing, what I learned this week.
I learned I need to write more things down. Dang it, I had it right before you asked me. Like I was thinking, like, don't forget this, don't forget this, don't forget this.
Do you want me to go and then?
Yeah, you go and I'll try to
Okay.
think of it again.
You know it'll come to you when you're not thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I learned. Well, it's not really I learned it. I reaffirmed that I hate driving long distances. Like it, especially like from here to like Dallas, there's just nothing. It's just a do nothing. You don't really see stuff except for moo cows.
You have to call them out when you see them, like cows.
Yeah, you have to go moo cow.
Mhm.
And I annoyed my kids every time I did that, but I thought it was funny. But I learned that, I don't sleep well anyway. I really don't sleep well in a strange bed. I brought my pillow, so that helped.
Mhm.
I like a firm pillow. But I still didn't sleep worth shit. So the drive back was just brutal. Like I am dragging right now. So that just kind of reaffirmed for me that. And I also learned that when you don't see your family for a long time, you actually kind of miss them.
It happens.
It just shows how isolated we've been during this pandemic. Like I had someone joking with me. They go, "Oh, you guys have been preparing for this all your lives, being isolated." And I looked at it. I go, "How we're antisocial assholes?"
Yeah.
Like, is that what you mean? They go, no. It's just that you're really good with technology. And I'm like, because we're antisocial assholes? And they go, that's not what I meant. I go, that's kind of what you said. And they go, well, yeah. And I go, then they go, no. But it
see what
shows.
I see what they're getting at. Yeah, I see what
do
they're getting at with it. I think preparing for your whole life isn't the right term. Maybe
no, not at all.
Your disposal, such as this, and
right?
Discord and things on the internets and such. Yeah, we're
they
good
just
with that,
worded it poorly. Yeah, they really did. But
still have to
I
have
get what they're saying, and I had to give them shit for it. But I just learned, how when you're kind of isolated, you kind of lose a lot of your social skills. You kind of lose a lot of your. You just miss. You don't realize until it's gone how much you miss something. So that's what I learned this week. Did you figure out yours?
But, I don't know. I mean,
Just make something up.
I did get to spend some time with my dad yesterday, so that was, talking about seeing family and stuff. And usually, when I go back and see family, it's like, we do it in a day, and I gotta like go over here, then go over here, like go see mom, then go see dad, and go see my grandma and grandpa, and I got cousins over here, and it gets all just like split up, and you don't get to really spend a whole lot of time. So, my dad had delivered some stuff to me up here, brought it up from his place, and we just like we didn't talk a lot, which we don't have to. We never have to. It's just hanging out there. We're like watching TV, drank a Corona, went out to eat, drank another beer, came back to the house, and like it was just good because it was just like me and him, and so I just learned I probably need some more of those times of just and not just with dad, of course with dad, but with everybody in general, because we're trying to, anytime we get a chance for any social interaction at all, and that it is related to the pandemic and other things, stuff like we try to cram as much in as we can, and we're getting quantity in over quality, and I really think it's that something I learned is like maybe focus more on the quality. I might piss somebody off because I didn't get to go visit them while I was visiting everybody else, but I'll catch them the next time, kind of thing.
Sure.
And try to be more in the moment for those things.
I'm with you. I feel that. And even if you don't understand how Kyle and I are, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, it's a real thing. And this is how a lot of nerds feel their whole lives. So this is why we tell you to be, when Kyle tells you at the end, be good to each other, be nice to each other. That's what we mean. Be empathetic.
Yeah. The world would be a lot better place if everybody would just be a little bit nicer and quit being shitheads. That's really how we would fix all the problems.
We need to put a bumper sticker on that.
I was thinking that the other day. We can solve all the world's problems. Everybody would just quit being shithead and get along. It'd be great. That's all we got to do.
I agree.
Vote for me 2024 or whatever. No, I'm not running for shit. So
well, we're voting for Ozzy.
We are voting for Ozzy.
So our next episode, it's either going to be Disney or Bad Batch. I got to see when Bad Batch comes out. I think Bad Batch is next week or the week after.
Comes out on the 4th. May the 4th.
The week after.
I think it actually
Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It really, I'm 90% sure that's when it is.
So it's coming out on a Tuesday?
I thought
instead of a Friday? Because Free Comic Book Day is next week too.
Bad Batch release date arrives on May the 4th. Yep.
That's brilliant. Cool.
There we are.
Yeah, our next episode will be our Disney episode then.
Yep. We'll have that out soon.
So, which I'm excited about. That was fun to do.
That was.
So, with that, everyone, thank you for listening to Everyman's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And whatever time it is, wherever you guys are, good evening, good night, good morning. Have a great day. Be good to each other.
See ya.
See ya.
Nerd culture rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd culture rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up